Okay, I got my second one. You ready? You ready? Hey, yeah. Yeah. All right. Everybody on the inside, come on in, get a good sheet. Let's go. Everybody on the inside. Here we go. Got a black bull to start with. Wait the bull, $158.9, $158.9, $998.9, on the money, 9, now 60, 1, 2, $162.2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 66, 166, 7, 7, 8, 8.8, 9, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 174, 3, 4, 173, Lone Star 1, Lone Star number 1. That's 7.5, 180, now 1, 1, money 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 1, 191, 191, 190, Lone Star 1, 190, Lone Star 1. It happened at $155, $56, $155, $156, $156 on the money, $6, $6, 57, 58, 59, 59, $60, $1, $1, $162, 161, Lone Star 1. Good boat. 180, 81, everyone, 180, now 1, money, 1, 2, 3, 4, 85, 84, 56, 86, 7, 88, 88, 89, 90, 1, 91, 191, 190, Lone Star 1. A little bit crippled, not bad. 165, $6, 165 on money, 6, 7, $8, 9, 71, 171, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 76, 77, $7, $8, $9, 9, 178, Lone Star 1. It's 7.5, 180, he bid $1, 180, now 1, money 1, he bid $1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 85, 6, 7, 88, 89, 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 96, 96, 196, 196, 195, Lone Star 1. $185, $86, $85, $86, $85, $86, $7, 8, 88, 9, 189, 90, 190, now 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 197, 97, 96, 97, 97, 97, 196, Lone Star 1. It's happening 144.95, 144.95, and the money 5.495, 144, 5, 6, 45, 46 dollars, 147, 7, 8, $8, 47, 8, 9, 149, 150, 151, $1, 2, $3, 52, 3, 4, 54, 55, 55, 56, 56, 57, 58, 58, 158, 58, 58, 157, Lone Star 1. Okay, merch cows. 10 in this first deal. Hey, 134 now 5, 134 now 5, 134 on the 5, 6, 35, 6, 7, 38, 38, 39, $9, 40, 140, 141, 1, 2, 3, 142, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 46, 147, 147, 8, 48, 49, 149, 50, 150, 150, 151, 51, 51, 51, 50, 149 Lone Star. 10 head of them. Okay, 1 or 2 in here could be a little stifled. 7.5, $125, $26, $125, $126, money $6, but $6, $6, 6, 7, 127, 8, 28, 27, 8, 9, $9, 30, 130, now 1, 31, 2, 2, 31, 2, 3, 133, 4, 4, 9, 4, 9, 5, 9, 5, 5, 34, 9, 5, $36, $6, 35, 36, 5.5, now 6, half, 7, 37, now half, 37, now half, 8, 38, now half, $8, 9, 139, now half, 9, 40, $40 Lone Star. 8 head. Same cows. Okay, let's straight legged. 8.5, 128, 9, $128, 9, 9, 9, 9, 8, money 9, 28, 29, $28, 9, 30, 131, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 35, 35, 36, 135, 6, 7, $8, 38, $39, 9, 40, 140, 140, 139 Lone Star. 7.5, 122 now 3, 122 now 3, 3, 2 now 3, 122, 123 on the money now 3, now 3, now 3, now 2, now 3, 3, 122 Lone Star. It's happening 94.5, 94.5, 94.5, money 5, 94, 5, 6, 96, 97, 98, $99, dollar, even $1, $1, $2, 2, now 3, now 4, now 5, now 5, 6, 107, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 13, 14, 115, 16, 17, 18, 18, 17, 18, 118, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 117, Marty, number 13. No, we worked out before it got so hot. Couple of days. It happened at 124.95, 124.95, money five, $26, $6, $7, 27, 27, 26, $7, $8, $8, $8, $8, $9, $9, 30, now 1, 31, 31, 32, 32, 32, 33, 44, 34, 5, 35, 36, a bit of 7, 37, 38, 138, 39, 9, 40, 140, Marty number 41. It happened at 127.28, 27.8, $8, 27.28. Money's in, $27.28, 27.28, $8, $8, 28, 28, 28, 127, Marty 25, Marty 25. It's happening 139, 31, 30 on the money, now 1, 2, 32, 33, 4, 33, now 4, 5, 35, 35, 36, 36, 136, 7, 38, 38, 39, out of 40, 1, 2, 142, 3, 33, 4, 4, 44, 143, Lone Star. Okay, weigh them to you. 230, now 5, 230, now 5, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 285, 285, 85, 300, 300, now 5, 305, 10, 15, 15, now 20, now 5, now 30, 335, 40, 345, 345, weighing them to you, 345, 55, 345, 340, 50, 350, now 5, 355, 355, 355, 355, 350, Russell 2, by the pound, Russell 2. Little boys. 7.5, weigh them, 250, now 5, 255, 65, 75, 85, 95, $3, now 5, 305, 305, 305, 10, 10, 10, 15, 3, 15, 20, 320, now 5, 30, 330, 5, 40, 5, 50, 5, 360, 5, 70, 375, 375, 375, 375, 5, 5, 370, Russell 2. Somewhere, 900, now 25, 900 on the money, 25, 25, 59, 59, 59, 50, 75, $975,000 and a quarter, down high 75, 1100, now quarter, 11 and a quarter, 1100 and a quarter, high 75, 1175, 1200, now quarter, 12 and a quarter, 12 and a half, 12 and a quarter, 12 and a half, 1275, 1300, now quarter, now half, 13 half, 1375, 1400, 14, now quarter, 14, now quarter and a half, 14 half, 14 half, 75, 75, 1500, 15, now quarter, 15 and a quarter, 1500 and a quarter, 15 and a quarter, $1,500. Show number 211. Show 211. 7 had 275 William T now 280 now 595 $3.95 10 15 20 5 325 320 now 530 5 at 40 340 now 5 345 50 355 365 70 375 and 80 390 390 385 90 90 385 Russell 2 7 and a half, 130 now 2, 130 $2 money 2, 4, 30, 4, 36, 38, 38 now 40, now 2 and a half, 5, 47 and a half, now 50, 150, 150, 150, 2 and a half, 155, 155, 57 and a half, 160, 2 and a half, 5, 65, 165, 165, 162 and a half, Harris. It's 7 and a half, 125, 127 and a half, 125, 127 and a half, now 30, now 2 and a half, now 5, 37 and a half, 41, 42 and a half, 5, 147 and a half, 150, 2 and a half, 55, 55, 7 and a half, $60, 2 and a half, 5, 2 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 70, 170, 2 and a half, now 5, 75, 2 and a half, 55, 175, 172 and a half, Harris. $150 now 2 and a half, 150 now money 2 5 7 8 $60 2 and a half now 5 7 and a half 70 170 2 and a half 5 7 and a half 80 2 and a half 5 87 and a half 187 and 90 190 2 and a half now 5 95 97 and a half 197 and a half 197 and a half 197 and a half 195 Harris. 7 and a half, 150 now 2 and a half. Now money 2 and a half, 5 7 8 $60 2 and a half, 5 7 8 70 2 and a half. Now 5 7 and a half 80 180 2 and a half 85 187 and a half 190 190 2 and a half 5 95 97 and a half $2 $2 2 and a half 2 2 and a half 2 2 and a half 2 2 and a half $2 a pound Harris. Boy, look her over. 2100 now 2, 21 money 2, 21 22, 21 22, 23, 24, but 24 now 5, 25 2600, $2,550, 2550, 2550. Pretty good rig right there. 2550, 2550 now 50 now 50 now 50 now 50. 2500 shoat number 11 shoat 11. 130, now 2 and a half, 130, now 2 and a half, money, 2 and a half, 132 and a half, 5, 35, 37 and a half, 40, 140, 2 and a half, 5, 147 and a half, 150, 150, 150, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, 55, 57 and a half, 160, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 160, 2 and a half, 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 160, Marty, number 4, Marty, 45, Marty, 45. 150 now 5, 150 now 5, 150 money 5, 65, 75, 80, 185, 185, 90, 190 now 5, 95, 195, 95, 95, $2, $2 now 5, 205, 205, 10, 10, 10, 10, $10, 10, 210, 210, 210, 15, 15, 20, 29, 5, 7, 227 half, 227 half, 30, 230, 2 and a half, 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 230, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 230, and that'll be fry number 3, fry 3. $3 now 5, $3 money 5, $3 now 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 325, 325, 25 to 30, 335, 40, 45, 345, 50, 350, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 350, 350, 345, lady number 93, lady 93. Say 330 now 5, 330 now 5, 40, 40 now 5, 350 now 5, 60, 55, 370, 375, 370 now 5, 555, 75, 75, 75, 375, 370, Troy 11, I'll get you one. Said red one, 270 now 5, 270 now 5, money 5, 275, 80 now 5, 90 5, $3 now 5, 305, 305, 305, 305, 305, $3, lady, D&D 93, D&D 93. Sell one big one, with $3.95. Sell the big one, $3.95, money 5. 10, 15, 20, 25, 3, 25, 30, 330, now 5. 335, 40, now 5, now 50, now 50, 50, 355. 360, 60, 5, 70, 370. 365, 70, 70, 70, 70. 365, Tom 3, Tom 3. 7 here, 350, now 5, 350, now 5, 350 on the money, now 5, 65, 75, 85, 385, 95, 95, $4.05, $4 now 5, 5, 5, 10, 10, 10, 15, 415, 410, 415, 415, 415, 415, 410, Troy, straight away. Sell two big ones there. 250 now 5. 250 now 5. 250 now 5. And then 60, 5, 70, 5, 275, 85. 25, 85, 85, 95, 295. $3, $3, 5, $3, 5, 5, 5, 10, 10, 10, 310, 310, 310, 310, 310, 305, Lady, number 93, Lady, 93, $3 now 5. $3 now 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 365, 375, 80, 380, 375, 80, 375, 80, 80, 80, 380, 380, 375. Wilford will do. Sell the Red Bull. There's 7 here. 250 now 5. 250 on the money now 5. 65, 75, 80, 280, 280, 275, 80, 85, 285, 95, 295, $3, 5, 10, 310, 10, 10, 10, $10, 10, 305, D&D 94, D&D 94. So yellow one, $3.95, and big one, $3.95, $3.95, $3.95, money 5, 10, about $10, 15, about 20, about 320, 320, 315, now 20, 20, 20, 320, 320, 315, Troy number 4, Troy 4, hey, put him on Troy 45, Troy 45 on the scales. 7 here, $3.95, $3.95, $3.95, money 5, 10, 10, 15, 20, 5, 325, 325, 30, 330, now 5, now 40, 5, 350, 350, now 5, 360, 5, 70, 5, 375, 375, 80, 80, 80, 380, 380, 375, Wilford Wildy. 7 hash, $70 one, $1, money 1, $70 now 1, $2, $3, $4, $5, 75 6, 75 $6, 6, 75 fry 2. 7 hand, 115, 16, 115, 16 on the money, $16. 115, 16, 115, 116, 15, 16, 16, 16, 115, Marty 25. Okay, that was her care. By the pound. 450 now 5. 450 now 5. 65, 75, 480 now 5. 90, 490 by the pound. Now 5. Now $5 now 5. 510, 510, 15, 20, 5, 525 by the pound. 525, 30, 530 now 5. 530, 540, 540, 545, 540 now 5. 540 a pound. Shoat 1, shoat number 1. 310, now 12 and a half, 310, 12 and a half, 15, 17, 22 and a half, 327 and a half, 30, 330, 2 and a half, 5, 35, 37 and a half, 340, 2 and a half, 45, 7 and a half, 50, 350, 352 and a half, 5, 55, 7 and a half, 60, 360, 2 and a half, 5, 5, 7 and a half, 370, 370, 70, 370, 367 and a half, Fox, 50. Okay, Trace Pavos. Okay, tested open at the ranch for first time to town. It's Habit Ham, 150 now 2, $152 for that $6, 158, 116, now 2, now 4, now 6, but 8, but 70, 172, 74, 76, 178, 80, but 2, but 4, but 84, 182, 83, 182, 83, 3, but 3, 182, Marty 2, Marty number 2. Same deal. Trace Pavos. 7 here. But 170 now two. $170 $2 $4 6 78 82 84 86 88 90 2 bit of 4 96 $2 2 204 204 6 26 8 10 212 at 14 bit of about 214 12 13 212 213 213 213 213 212 show number 8. Sell two of them. You pick two you like. 7.5, 135, 136, 2 or more, 135, 36, 7, 8, 38, 9, $9, $9, 30, 40, 141, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 7, 7, 8, 49, 150, 150, 50, 51, 51, 51, 51, 51, 50, 149, Brian Hoffman, 5, Brian Hoffman, 5. Got a little bump there on her throat. 110, 112, 110, 112, money 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, bit of 4, bit of 27, bit of 28, bit of 30, bit of 2, bit of 4, bit of 5, 34, 5, 6, 35, 36, 137, 137, 37, 8, 139, $9, 40, bit of 141, bit of 2, bit of 3, bit of 4, 44, 45, 44, 44, 143, Marty number 2, Marty 2, Marty 2. Tested open. $7 now two. $2 now two. $2 money two. $2 two four. 2 4 2 6 2 8 2 8 10 12 14 16 18 20 2 22 4 26 28 30 bit of 2 bit of 4 bit of 34 36 238 40 240 240 242 242 222 4 bit of 6 248 252 bit of 252 $250 show number 8 show number 8 170 now 2 2 4 6 78 82 84 86 88 188 90 192 192 4 96 96 98 $2 $2 2 2 2 4 2 4 6 8 210 212 12 14 214 214 214 214 212 Brian Hoffman 5 Brian Hoffman 5. Okay, Dickson cattle from Paint Rock. Okay, they are either open or very short bred. 180 on 2, 180, but $2, 180, $2, money's down $2, $2, 82 4, 8246, 88, 90, 2, 4, 196, 198, now $2, $2, 2, 202, 204, 206, 206, 206, 8, 8, 10, 10, 10, 12, 12, 210, 12, 212, 212, 212, 212, 212, 210, show number 8, show number 8. Same cattle, same story. 160 now 2, 160 on the money now $2 2, 160 now 2, 2 2 2, but $2 $4 4, 62 46, but a bit of 6 8, a bit of 168 72, but a bit of $2 74 76 78, but a 80, but a bit of 2, 180 $2 2 4, 82 4 86 86 86 88 90, but 192, but 94 96 98 98 198 198 198. Have her if you want her. 198, 198, 196, Troy number 8. Later on. Thank you, sir. Troy 8. It's happening. 130 now 1, 130 now 1, 130 now 1. They put 1 to 1. They put 1 to 1 to 1. 130 on 1 2, 31 2, 31 2, 32, 32, 33 4. A bit about 5. A bit about 7. A bit about 6. 135, 36, $6, 135 Lone Star. Young here, 155, 57, 155, 157, 97, 9, 59, 61, 35, 67, 69, 71, 35, $79, 9, 79, 179, 77, $9, 9, 9, 177, show 22, show 22. 115, 116, 115, 16, 17, 117, 116, 17, 17, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 20, 1, 22, 3, 3, 124, 4, 5, 7, 7, 27, 126, 7, 7, 126, Tom 1, Tom 1. With the bull, 144, now 46. 144, $6. 144, money 6. Second bet, 44, now 5. 144, now 5 at $1.44, now 5. At 133, 4. 33.45, 35, 34.5, 134.5, $135, 6, 7, 37, 136, Marty 44, Marty 44. Sell the big one, 260 now 5. On money 5, 260 now 570. Now 580, bit of 5, bit of 90, bit of 5, bit of $3, bit of 5, bit of 3 and 5, 10, 15. 315, 20, bit of 5, bit of 330, bit of 30, bit of 330, 330, 330, 325, Lady 94, Lady 94. Boys got a little problem. By the head. 200 by the head, now 25. 200 on the money, 25. 200 on 25, 50. 250, 275, $300. Now quarter. 390, 375, $400. 400 a quarter, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 475, 475, 450, 475, 500, 500, 500 a quarter, 500 a quarter, 500 a quarter, 500 by the head, Marty 4, Marty 4. Blue eye by the scales. 116, now 5, 160 on the money, now 5, 75, 85, 90, 190, 185, 90, 190, 190, 185, 95, 195, now $2, $2, 5, 205, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 235, 235, 40, 240, now 40, 240, 240, 245, 245, 50, 55, 255, 255, 250, and that'll be Brian Hoffman, Brian Hoffman. By the head here. By the head. 400, now 25. 400 on the money. Now 25. 425, 450, 450, 475, $500, 500 now quarter, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half. 575, $600 a quarter, but a bit of 600 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 625, 25, 25, 25, 25, 625, 600 by the head, Marty number 4. Bill Cabness here. He got him good. Black heifer, 275, 280, 275, 80, 275, 85, and then 290, but $5, but $3, but $5, but $3, now 5, 10, 310, 15, 20, but 320, 320, 315, now 20, 20, 20, 320, 320, 315, D&D 13, D&D 13, 7, $3 now 5, $3 now 5, $3 money 5, 10, 15, 15, 20, but 5, but 30, but 330, 330, 330, 30, 30, 35, but 335, 335, 335. 335, 40, 40 now, 40 now, 40, 335, gateway number 501. 250, now 2.5, money 2.5, 250, now 2.5, 25, 57 and a half, $60, 260, 260, but 260, 2.5, now 5, but 7.5, 70, 2.5, now 5, now 75, 275, 5, 5, 5, 5, 272 and a half, Nolan 56. Got a steer, 7.5, 190, now 2.5, 190, 2.5, 2.5, 190, now 2.5, 190, 2.5, money, 2.5, 190, 2.5, 190, 2.5, y'all do it, 5, 5, 5, 95, 97.5, now $2, $2, 2.5, 5, 205, 205, 205, 205, 7.5, 207.5, 7.5, 7.5, 205, Tom 3, Tom 3. It happened at 270 and now 2.5. 270, 2.5, 7.5, 80, 82 and a half, 85, 85, 87 and 90, 290, 2.5, 290, 2.5, 290, 2.5, 290, 290, fry 6, fry number 6. Seven and a half, 315, 79, 315, 17, money, 79, 315, 79, 79, but a 315, 79, 79, 315, 79, but a 379, 315, 20, 320, 320, 320, now 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, but a 5, 325, 25, 25, 7.5, but a 330, but a 30, but 30, 2.5, but a 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, but a 2.5, 330, Troy 45, Troy 45, 7.5, $2.40, now 2.5, 240, now 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, but about 240, 2.5, on the money, now 2.5, but about 240, 2.5, 240, now 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 240, and that'll be fry 6, fry 6, 5, fry 9. Fry 9. Okay, 6 and 9s together. 6 and 9s together. Good merch cattle. The boys had Pyramid 5 plus Response and Vision 7 with Somnus. And cleanup too. 290, now 2.5, 290, now 2.5, 290, but 2.5, 2.5, money's down 2.5, 290, but 5, 295, 97, half, 7, half, $3, but 2.5, but 302 and a half, 302 and a half, 5, 5, 7, half, but 7, 10, but $10, 10, 10, 3, 7, half, 3, 10, 10, 10, but $10, 10, $10, 10, 307 and a half, capital number 9, capital 31, cap 31, cap 31. 315, now 17 and a half, 3, 17 and a half, 20, 2 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 30, but 2 and a half, 335, 35, 37 and a half, 42 and a half, but 5, but 7 and a half, but 50, 352 and a half, 5, 357 and a half, 360, 2 and a half, but 5, 367 and a half, 70, 2 and a half, but 5, but 75, 375, 7 and a half, but 380, but 80, 2 and a half, but 80, 2 and a half, 380, but 2 and a half, 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 380, 2 and a half, 380, Simpson. 5, 7, $2.60 now, 2 and a half, 260, 2 and a half, 260 on the money, 2 and a half, 260, 2 and a half, 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 260, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, 65, 7 and a half, 270, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 270, 2 and a half, 270, 2 and a half, 270, and that'll be Nolan 26, Nolan 26. Boy, have her mates had shots there ready to go. You'll like them. 275 and a 7 half, 2 money, 7 half, and a 275, 7 half, 277 half, 80, 280, 2 and a half, 80, 2 and a half, 25, 85, 85, 285, 285, 87 half, 287 and 90, 290, 92 and a half, 295, 95, 97 half, $3, $3, 297 half, $3, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, 305, 5, 302 and a half, now 5, 5, 305, 305, 305, 305, 302 and a half, Troy 23. 7 half, 250, now 2 and a half, 250, now 2 and a half, 250, now 2 and a half, money, 2 and a half, but 250, now 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 250, 2 and a half, 5, but 57 and a half, 260, 2 and a half, but about 5, but about 7 and a half, 270, 2 and a half, but about 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, but 75, 77 and a half, 280, but about 80, 2 and a half, but about 85, but 87 and a half, but about 290, but about 90, 290, but about 90, but about 90, 290, 290, 290, 287 and a half, capital 94. 7 half, 305, 7 half, 35, money 7 half, 10, and 12 and a half, 15, 17, 9, 20, 320, 379, 20, 20, 20, 379, 22 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 320, 2 and a half, 5, 325, 22 and a half, 5, 5, 5, 325, 325, 325, 325, 322 and a half, Troy 20. Okay, Tres Pavos. Tres Pavos. Okay, they are on your pass out. Tres Pavos. We don't have it. It's not on ours. Okay, there's 15 steers in this first deal from Fort Stockton. 315, 17 and a half, 315, now money 17, 320, 2 and a half, but a 5, but a 25, 27 and a half, but a 330, but a 330, 2 and a half, 330, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, 35, 35, 37 and a half, 337 and a half, 40, but a 340, but a 2 and a half, but a 5, but a 45, 340, 2 and a half, now 5, and a 343, now 4, 345, 345, 345, 6, 346, 7, 347, 8, 348, 8, 9, but a 349, 350, but about 51, but 351, but 1, 2, 2, 2, but 3, but 3, 4, 354, 5, but 155, 56, but 357, but 7, 8, 358, 359, 359, 60, 1, 1, 2, 362, 2, 2, but 1, 8, 362, 362, 362, 361, Simpson 6. What's the name? Good cattle. 340 now 2.5 and a 7.5 50 2.5 55 55 7.5 360 2.5 and a bit of 5 and a 7.5 and a bit of 370 370 2.5 and a 2.5 and a 75 7.5 and a bit of 80 bit of 380 2.5 85 85 87.5 and a 90 bit of 390 2.5 390 bit of 2.5 390 2.5 390 2.5 391 every 1 390 Troy 25 7.5 330 now 2.5 330 now 2.5 2.5 money 5 and 7.5 40 2.5 5 47.5 50 350 now 2.5 5 355 7.5 360 2.5 bit of 5 and a bit of 7.5 370 2.5 bit of 5 and a bit of 75 7.5 380 bit of 2.5 bit of 85 385 7.5 90 bit of 90 2.5 bit of 90 2.5 95 now 7.5 $4 2.5 402 and a half 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 2 and a half 2 and a half $4 Troy 4 $2.70 now 2.5 270 on the money 2.5 275 7.5 80 2.5 7.5 90 bit of 290 2.5 290 bit of 2.5 95 97 half $3 2.5 bit of 5 37.5 310 and the money $10 $10 10 37.5 10 10 10 10 10 10 bit of 10 307 half gateway number 55 Boys, they are light and good. Same cattle, Tres Pavos. 390 now 5, 390 now 5, $4 now 5, 10, and a bit of bonus 5, 10, 15, 20, bit of 5, and a bit of 30, bit of 5, and a bit of 40, 440 now 5, and a bit of 445, 440 now 5, 555, 50, bit of 455, 455, 60, 465, 70, bit of 5, bit of 80, bit of 5, and a bit of 485, 485, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 480, Reese number 35. Got steer over there, steer. 7.5, 340, now 5, 345, 55, 65, 70, 85, 80, 85, 90, 85, 395, 395, 95, 95, 95, 95, 390, Troy 4, Troy 4. 7.5, 390, now 5, 390, now 5, and money 5, 95, $4. $4, now 5, now 10, $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, 10, 15, 20, 425, 30, 435, 40, 440, now 5, 50, 5, 60, 5, 465, 460, Troy 4, Troy 4. Heifer, same deal, handle the same way. 305, 37, half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 7 and a half, 22 and a half, 25, 27 and a half, 32 and a half, 37 and a half, 40, 2 and a half, 7 and a half, 50, 2 and a half, 355, 357 and a half, 360, 2 and a half, 365, 7 and a half, 70, 2 and a half, 75, 7 and a half, 377 and a half, 7 and a half, 375, Troy 3, Troy 3, 310, 15, 3 and 10, $15, 15, now 310, 15, 25, and a 330, 35, 45, and a 340, now 5, now 50, 350, 350, now 5. 355, 350, now 560, 60, 355, 360, 360. We good? 325, 330, now 40, now 5, now 50, now 5. 355. 355, 355, 355, 350, Troy 3. 7 and a half, 330, now 5, 45, 55, 60, 365, 70, 375, 80, 85, 385, 85, 890, 390, now 5, $4, 5, $4, 5, 10, 14, 10, 15, 15, 20, 5, 30, 430, 430, 430, 430, 430, 425, Troy 21. 7 and a half, 315, now 5, 350, now 5, 65, 70, 5, 80, 90, $5, $4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 435, 40, 440, 435, now 45, 445, 555, 445, 440, Troy 21. All right, Cargyle cattle. With 150 head of them all together. Steers and heifers. Had a round of shots on the cows. Should be 26 steers in the first deal. Okay, you're buying 26 head of them. You will lock them. Boys, steers and heifers. Round of shots on the cows. 350 now 5. 350 now 5. 350 now 5. Money 5. 60. 365 70. 370 now 5. 80 now 2.5. 82 now 5. 85 385. 85 80 25 7.5. 387 and 90. 390 90 90 now 2 now 5. 395 95 92 now 5 95 95 95. 395 390 2.5 now 5 but a 95 95 395 395 395 392 and a half Troy 25. Okay, boys, there's 23 head of them. You will like them. Bread just as good as you can do it. 7 hand, we got 315, now 20. 315, now 20. On money, 25 and 30, 5, 40, 29, 340, 2.5, 40, 2.5, 347, half, 347, 7, $50, now 2.5, 350, 2.5, 2.5, 5, 355, 7.5, 357, half, $60, 2.5, 360, 2.5, 365, 2.5, 365, 360, 2.5. Now 5, 365, 365, 365, 362 and a half. Simpson 62. Steer cattle, we got 290 now, 2.5, 290, 2.5, money, 2.5, 290 now, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 5, 95, 95, 7.5, 7.5, $3, $2.5, 302 and a half, 5, 305, 7.5, 7, 7, 18, 10, 10, 12 and a half, 312 and a half, 15, 79, 79, 20, 2.5, 320, 2.5, now 5, 25, 25, 25, 325, 322 and a half, now 5, 325, 5, 325. 322 and a half. Simpson 66. All right, boys. Good smaller. Heifer kind, next two-way kind here. 330 now 5, 330 now 5, 330 now 5, 5, 330 now 5, 32 and a half, 330 now 2 and a half, 330 now 2 and a half, 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 but the money's down 2 and a half, 330, 2 and a half, 330 now 1, 31, 31, 31, 1, 2, 2, now 2, now 2, now 332, 331, 332, 331, 32, 33, 333, 334, 34, 34, 34, 5, 6, 336, 5 and a half, 6, 336. Now half, 336 and a half, 336 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 7, 337, 37 and a half, 337 and a half, 37 and a half, 38, 38 and a half, 39, 39, 39 and a half, 340, 340, 340, 339 and a half, 340, 349, 49, 49, 49, 40, 340, 340, 339 and a half, Troy 20, Troy 20. 305, 7.5, 305, 7.5, 305, 7.5, 305, money 7.5, money's down, 7.5, 305, 7.5, 305, 37.5, 37.5, 306, 305, 306, 7, 307, 8, 308, 308, $8, $8, $9, $9, $9, 9, 10, 10, 10, 310, 39, 310, 310, 311, 11, 12, 12, 12, 312, 312, 312, 311, 312, 13, 313, 313, 14, 315, 15, 16, 316, 315, 316, 17, 17, 17, 17, 317, 317, 317, 317, 317, 316, Troy 23. Troy 23. They are good. 290, now 2.5, 290, now 1, 290, now 1, 290, now 1, another 1, 290, now money, in 1, about 291, 291, another 1, 290, 1, 2, 292, 3, 4, 94, 94, 94, 94, 95, 95, 295, 296, 296, 296, 297, 97, 97, 97, 97, 297, 296, 97, 297, 297, 297, 296. Troy, show your weight on them. They go to Troy. Steer cattle, 380 now 5, 380 now 5, 380 now 5. On the money, 5, 90, 5, $4, 10, 10, 10, 410, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, 17, 417 half, 417 and a half, 415, 17 half, 417 and a half, 417, 17, 17, 17 half, 417 half, 415, Troy, 4. Okay, hold the very littlest one over there on the rail if you need to. If you need to. 315 now 5, 315 now 5, 315 now 5. On the money now 5, 60, 5, 70, 5, 80, 380, 5, 90, 390, 385, 90, 90. Now 5, 395, 392 and a half, 390, 2 and a half, 392, 5, 95, 95, 7, 8, 7, 8, 397, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, 2 and a half, 402 and a half, 5, 405, 7 and a half, 7, 8, 10, 14, 12 and a half, 412 and a half, 15, 17, 417, 20, 422 and a half, 422 and a half, 292, 422 and a half, 420. Fry number 31, Fry 31. I had won the ticket. Let her go. Fry 3-1. Okay. 7, $4.95, $4.95, $4.95, $4.95, 10, 4 5, 10, 15, 25, and 30, 5, at 435, 425, 35, 430, now 5, 5, 5, 4 got money, 540, 440, now 5, now 50, 450, now 5, now 60, 465, 465, 465, 460, Reese 35, Reese 35. $4 now 5, $4 now 5, money 5, $4 now 5, $4 now 5, 5, 10, 10, 45, 410, 15, 20, 5, 425, 420, now 5, 425, 420, Troy 4. New deal. All right, next 7 head have been weaned over 30 days, had a 7-way and respiratory shot. 360, now 5, 360 on the money, now 5, 70, 5, 85, 95, $4.95, 10, 15, 20, 425, 30, 55, 40, 440, 435, now 40, 440, 440, 445, 445, 445, 440, Reese number 1, Reese 1. 7 here, $4 now 5, $4 now 5, 10, 10, 10, 4, 5, 10, 4, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 40, 5, 445, 50, now 5, 465, 70, 475, 475, 80, 80, 75, 85, 85, 485, 485, 85, 85, 85, 485, 480, Troy number 22. Yard them with the 11s, 22s, and 11s together. Start off 70, 70, 70. Is that all? Two more. Same cattle. Seven here, $4.95. $4 on the money and $5. $4.95. $4.95. $5. $4.95. $4.95. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. $10. 10. 10. 10. 4. 10. 15. 25. 30. 5. 435. 435. 430. Now 5. 5. 5. 5. 435. 430. And that'll be fry. 30. Fry. 30. Fry. 30. Okay, 30s and 31s together. 30s and 31s together. Okay, Wilford Wildy. Look at what's Wayne over 90 days. Had been coexonate triangle 4 PHK and Wormwood side Dickson. 270 now, 2.5, 270 by the scale, 2.5, 7.5, 82 and a 5, 87 and 90, 2.5, now 5, 97 and $3 now, 2.5, 5, 37 and 310, 12 and 12 and 15 with a bit of 15, 315, 79 with a 20, 2.9 with a 5 with a 327 and 30 with a bit of 3, 32 and a 5, 35, 7 and 40 with a 3, 42 and a 5 with a bit of 45, 345, 45, 45, 342 and a half D&D 15, D&D 15. 3 reds, long time Wayne had their shots, 240, now 5. On the money 5, 245, 55, 60, with a 5, with a 75, 280, with a 5, with a 90, with a 5, with a 295, $3 now, 5 now, 10, 310, 35, 310, 10, 10, 10, 10, 310, 310, 305, D&D 26. Sell 2 blacks, 2 blacks. 270 now 5 money 585 90 at 5 at a $3 5 at a 10 310 310 10 15 20 with a bit of 320 315 no 20 22 and a half at a 5 at a 325 5 7 and a half 330 with a bit of 30 330 330 330 327 and a half D&D 26 on the scales. D&D 26 I weigh 650 650. 7 here, 7 here, 250 now 5, 250 now 5, money 5 with a 60 with 5 with a 75, 80 with 5 with a 90 with a better 5, $3, $3, $3, $2.95, $3, $3, $2.95, $3 with a bit of $3, $3, $3, $3, $2.95. Shoat 6, shoat number 6. All right, same good cattle. 7 here, 260 now 5, 265, 75, 80 with a bit of 280, 80 with a bit of 80, 5 with a 90 with a bit of 5 with a bit of $3 with a bit of $3, $2.95, $3, $3, $2.97, $3, $3, $2.5, $302.5, $3.7, $3.7, $3.7, $3.7, $3.05. That'll be D&D 26. All right, Copeland, Sterling City. Have Fire Shield 6 and Barback 7 with Somnus. Copeland Cattle, Sterling City, Texas. We've got 275, 80, we got 275. Hold on, everybody, 275, 80, 80, 85, money, 85, 90, 5, 295, $3, 2.5, 302 and a half, 5, 305, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 10, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 312 and a half, 15, 79, 379, 317, 79, 79, 79, 315, 79, 317, 315, Troy, 25. They got them pretty good right here. You like them. 7.5, 305, 7.5, 305, 7.5, money 7.5, 10, 10, 10, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 15, 15, 17.5, 20, 2.5, 325, 25, 27.5, 327.5, 30, 30, 2.5, 35, 35, 37.5, 340, 40, 2.5, 45, 7.5, 350, 50, 50, 2.5, 5, 355, 7.5, 360, 2.5, 7, 70, 2.5, 370. 2.5, 370, 2.5, 370, Troy 25, Troy 25. Heifer mates 290 now 5, 290 now 5, 190 2.5 on the money 2.5 at 290 2.5 95 7.5 290 7.5 $3 $3 2.5 at 2.5 305 7.5 at 7.5 305 7.5 at 307 307 7.5 305 capital number 94 350 now 5 money 65 75 85 90 395 $4 $4 395 405 410 15 20 415 20 415 20 20 20 420 415 Fox 50 310, 12 and a half, 310, 12 and a half, money 12 and a half, 310, 12 and a half, 312 and a half, 15, 79, 20, 320, 322 and a half, 205, 320, 2 and a half, now 5, 327 and a half, 327 and a half, 30, 330, 330, 330, 2 and a half, 330, 2 and a half, 35, 335, 335, 335, 33, 34, 334, now 4, 333, Troy 20. Sell the steer 270, now 2.5, 270, 257, 82 and a half, 85, 87 and a half, 290, 290, 2 and a half, 290, 2 and a half, 92 and a half, 290, 290, 25, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 292 and a half, Gully number 6, Gully 6. Okay. Okay, Mark, had a 7-way shot. 290 now 5, 290 now 5, money 5, $3 now 5, 10, 15, 25, 330 now 5, 40, 55, 50, 355, 355, 355, 355, 355, 350, gateway number 451. Okay, they had a 7-way shot. Sell one big red. 7.5, 250 now, 2.5, 250, 2.5, 7.5, 260, 2.5, 7.5, 70, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 280, 2.5, 85, 87, and 90, 2.5, 95, 97, $3, 2.5, 7.5, 310, 12.5, 15, 79, 379, 379, 315. That'll be Fox 58. 350 Fox 58. Sell the bull $3 now 5. $3 now 5. Money 5. $3 now 5. 5 10 10 10 10. Better pay 15. 315 315 315 310 15 15 15 310. Capital number 34. 7.5, 290 now 5. On the money 5, 290 now 5, 290 now 5. Now $3, $3 5, 10, 15, 15, 310, 12 and a half, 310, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 310, D&D 23. Okay, long time win. 260 now 2.5. 2.5 headshots 5. 260 2.5 5 7 70 2.5 5 7.5 80 280 280 280 280 280 280 290 280 277 1/2. Nolan 27. Nolan 27. Okay, got big knee. Front left. Old deal goes with him. Big knee and all. 150 now 5. 150 now 5. 155. On the money 560. 165 at the 70. 170 now 5. 180. 185. 190 now 5. $90. $195. $195. 195. Gateway number 5555. Same deal. Came with you. Ronnie Brook Miller. $3.95, $3.95, 10, 15, 20, bit of 5, bit of 30, bit of 5, bit of 40, bit of 5, 355, and number 350, now 5, 60, bit of 360, 365, bit of 5, bit of 5, 2.5, bit of 65, 7.5, bit of 367, 365, D&D 4. Okay, hold the big black. 7.5, 230, now 2.5, 230, now 2.5, 5, 7.5, 40, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 47.5, 52.5, 55, 55, 7.5, $60, 2.5, 5, bit of 7.5, 70, 2.5, bit of 5, bit of 7.5, 80, bit of 2.5, bit of 5, 87.5, 92.5, 95, 95, 95, 95, 97.5, 297.5, $3, $3, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, bit of $3, 2.5, $3, 2.5, $3, shoat 6, shoat number 6. Oh, there, sell the black, buy these scales. What do you got? $2 now, $2.5. $2, 2.5, money, 2.5, now 5, but a 7, 8, 10, but a 12.5, 15, but a 17, 9, 20, 2.5, black one, 20, 2.5, 220, 2.5, 25, 7.5, 230, 2.5, 7.5, 40, but a 2.5, but a 5, 47, 50, 2.5, 55, 7.5, 60, 2.5, 5, but a 7.5, 70, 2.5, 5, but a 7.5, but a 277, 275, that'll be shoat 6, shoat number 6. 240, now 2.5, 240, money, 2.5, 7.5, 50, 2.5, 50, 2.5, 5, 7.5, $60, 2.5, 5, but it was 7.5, 70, 270, but it 270, 70, 70, 270, 270, 270, 267.5, fry 71, fry 71. Gully cattle, Eric Gully. What's been weaned 120 days. Now you talk about the goods. Real set of steers, wean cattle ready to go. 280, now 2.5. 280, 2.5. 280, now 2.5. 2 money, 2.5. 85, 7.5. 287, 90. 290, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.9, 2.5. 97, 297, 297, $3. $3, $3, $3, $3, $3, $3, $297.5. Simpson 65, 75. Simpson 75. Came right with them. 230, now 2.5. 230, 2.5. 35, 7.5. 42, 7.5. Now 50, now 2.5. 55, 257, 257, 60, 2.5. 65, 7.5. 70, 2.5. 25, 7.5. 280, 2.5. 85, 87, 287, 90. 290, 2.5. 290, 2.5. 290, 2.5. 290, 25. 95, 95, 95, 95, 95. 295, 292.5. That'll be fry 71. 7.5, 270, now 2.5, now 5, 7.5, 80, 2.5, 5, 87.5, 90, 290, 90, 2.5, 290, 2.5, 5, 95, 95, 90, 2.5, 97.5, 297.5, 97.5, 7.5, 7.5, 295, shoat number 6. Okay, I had 2 rounds of 8-way. African. 7 or 290, now 5. 290 on money 5. 5, 5, but $3, $3, now 5, 10. 315, 15, 310, 12 and a half, 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 312 and a half, 312 and a half, 310, D&D 13. Boy's been waiting for 5 months, isn't that right? Waiting for 5 months. You like yearlings, here we go. 260, now 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2 money, 2.5. 260, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 70, 2.5, 5, 75, 275, 7.5, 80, 280, 80, 80, 280, 80, 2.5, 5, 85, 85, 85, 87, 287, 85, 87, 7, 7, 285, Simpson 75. That's 7-way shot. Okay, over there. 240, now 2.5, 240 on money, 2.5, 240, 2.5, now 5, 45, 45, 7.5, 7.5, 50, 250, now 2.5, 55, 55, 55, 7.5, 7.5, $60, 2.5, but a 5, but a 7.5, but a 267, 265, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 265, Troy 28. Troy 28, 270, now 2.5, 2.5, money, 2.5, 275, and 7.5, 80, 280, 280, 280, 2.5, 80, 2.5, 2.5, 280, 2.5, 280, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 280, Simpson 75. 205, 7.5, 7.5, money, 7.5, 205, 7.5, got the money, 7.5, 205, 7.5, 7.5, 10, 210, 12.5, 15, 79, 20, 2.5, 220, 220, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 220, DN 71, 8, H8, is that right? H number 8. Heifers there, $3 now 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40, 45, 50, 3, 53, 55, 60, 365, 70, 5, 80, 55, 385, 385, 85, 90, 90, 90, 95, 395, 395, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 390, and that'd be fry 31, 440, now 5 of the money, 555, with a 65, with a 75, 80, 85, 485, 90, 90, 485, 95, 495, $5, $5, down 5, 505, 10, 10, 10, 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, 10, 505, Reese number 2, is that right? 27. 310, 312, 310, 312, 14, 16, 18, 22, 320, 46, 326, 326, 8, 328, 32, 332, 334, 34, 34, 34, 34, 34, 34, 34, 34, 34, 44, yep, you want to hit him, elect, both 334, 332, capital number 2, 92, 92. Okay, more than Gully cattle. There, Wayne, 90 days. Sell the steer there, Wayne, 90 days. 700, 280. By the scales, 280 now 5, money 5, 95, $3, now $3, but $3 now 5. 3 and 5, 5, 5, $5, 5, 5, 305, 305, 305, $3, Simpson 37. 7 370, now 5, 80, 5, 90, 5, $4, 5, $4, 5, 10, 15, 15, 15, 14, 15, 14, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 410, Troy, number 4. 7, 280, now 2.5, 280, 2.5, 85, 85, 285, 7.5, 90, 2.5, 295, 95, 92, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 290, 2.5, EC 60, EC 60. 64 on EC. 290 now 5, 290 now 5, 290 5, 5, 5, money 5, now $3, $3 now 5, 3, 5, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 3, 5, 10, 12 and a half, 3, 12 and a half, 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 3, 12 and a half, 3, 12 and a half, 310, that'll be Fox 58. All right, next 5 head, been weaned 160 days, had 1 round of pre-response and 2 rounds of 7-way, and Cattle Master. Worm with Ivomac. It's having a 270, now 2.5. Hold the biggest one, 270, now 2.5. 270, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, money, 285, 75, 75, 7.5. 280, 280, 290, 85, 85, 85, 7.5. 287, 285, 87, 7.5, 87, 285, Simpson 75. 240, now 2.5, 240, 2.5, 7 and a half, 52 and a half, 55, 7 and a half, 260, 260, bit a 60, 2.5, bit a 2.5, bit a 5, 2.5, 7 and a half, bit a 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 265, that'll be Troy, 28. Steer can $3 now 5. $3 now 5. My money 5, but $3 now 5. 3 5 3 2.5 now 5 now 7.5 now 10 10 10 10 10 but 3 10 12 and a half 15 3 15 15 number 79 20 but 3 20 2 and a half 2 9 2 9 2 5 3 22 and a half 3 22 and a half 3 22 and a half 320 Simpson 75. 220, now 2.5, 220, now 2.5, 220, 2.5, 5, but 7.5, 30, 2.5, but 5, but 37.5, 40, but 240, 240, 2.5, but 2.5, 2.5, but 47.5, 250, 2.5, now 5, but now 7.5, but 60, 2.5, but 5, but 7.5, but 7.5, 70, 267.5, 267.5, 265, D&D 2, D&D number 2. What do you got? Two little ones, two little ones, two little ones there. $3 now 5. Two little ones, $3 now 5. $3 now money 5. $3 now 5. Now 10, now 10, now 15, 20, 5, 325, 325, 25, 25, 25, 25. 320, Troy, number 45. 7.5, 280, not 2.5, 280, 2.5, 7.5, 90, 90, 2.5, 90, 2.5, 295, 95, 97.5, $3, $3, $3, 2.5, 35, 35, 35, 7.5, 10, 310, 10, 10, 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 15, 3, 15, 79, 379, 20, 320, 20, 20, 320, 320, 317.5, Troy, 25. Weaned and vaccinated, 7.5. $3 now 5 money 5 10 15 20 325 30 330 330 330 330 now 5 40 35 40 340 340 340 340 340 335 EC 45 305, 10, 305, money 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 2.5, 5, 37, 40, 2.5, 5, 47, 50, 3, 52, 5, 57, $60, 2.5, 5, 367, 70, 370, 2.5, 2.5, 5, 375, 7.5, 377, 80, 80, 2.5, 80, 2.5, 380, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 380, D&D number 21. $330 now 5 45 55 65 70 5 380 80 370 85 85 90 95 95 395 95 95 95 95 390 Troy 3 Troy 3 70 280 now 5 280 now 5 money 5 280 now 5 285 85 85 85 280 now 5 5 5 285 you do it 285 85 85 85 85 285 280 EC 56 EC 56 7 here, $2.16, now 5, 260 on the money, now 575, but 80, but 5, but 90, but 5, but $3, but 5, but $3, 5, 302 and a half, $3, D&D 16, 26, D&D 26. 7 here, 7 ham, 170 now 5, 170 now. 170 now 2.5, 170 2.5, 170 on the money 2.5, but 2.5, 5, and 7.5, 180, 82 and a half, 85, 87 and a half, 90, but 2.5, but 92 and a half, 192 and a half, 2.5, 190 Gateway 71. 7.5, $3 now 5, $3 now money now 5, $3 now 5, 10, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 40, 345, and about 5, 50, 350, now 5, and 355, 60, 5, 70, 5, 380, 5, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 385, 380, D&D 21. It's happening. 250 now 5. 250 now 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 250 now 2.5. On the money 2.5. 250 now 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 250 2.5. 5. 55. 7.5. 60. 2.5. 5. 65. 7.5. 7.5. 70. 270. 2.5. 2.5. 5. 75. 75. 7.5. 7.5. 7.5. 80. 280. 2.5. 80. 2.5. 85. 7.5. 287.5. 285. Capital 31. Say. Okay, boys, band Wayne and vaccinated. What is that? Okay, boys, Wayne back on April 10th and had shots. 330, now 5. 330, now 5. 45, 55, 65, 365, 360, now 570, 5, 80, 5, 385, 90, 90, 90, 90, 385, Gully 1. What you got? Big one, big one, big one, 280 now 5. Sell the big one there, 285, 95, 95, $3, now 5, $5, $10, $10, 10, 35, 310, 15, 15, 315, 310, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 79, 79, 317 half, 379, 20, 320, 2 and a half, 25, 27 and a half, 30, 330, 30, 327 and a half, H57. Over there, $3.40 now 5, 340 now money 5, 55, 65, 75, 85, 90, 395, $4 but a 5, but a 10, but a 15, but a 415, 415, 15, 15, 15, 415, 20, 420, 420, 425, 425, but a 25, 25, 25, 420, Troy 21, Troy 21. Same cattle, boys, they got a condition on them. 370 now 5, 375, 85, 90, 90, 385, 95, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4 now 5, 405, 405, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 7, 8, 10, 4, 7 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 11, 12, 13, 4, 13, 4, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 4, 16, 15, 16, 16, 4, 15, Troy 4. Boys been waiting 6 weeks and had some way from Cristoval. 305, 10, 305, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 35, 310, 35, money's down, 10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 20, 5, 325, 30, 330, now 5, 40, 5, 50, 350, 350, 350, 350. 350, 350, 345, now 50, now 50, now 50, 350, 345, Troy 20. African, 340, now 5, 340 on the money, 550, now 5, now 60, now 5, now 70, 375, 380, 5, 90, 5, 395, 395, 95, 95, 95, 95, 395, 31. 2 little ones there, 2 little ones, $4 now 5, 2 little ones, $4 now 5, $4 now 5, money 5, 10, $10, 10, 405, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 435, 440, now 5, 50, 5, 60, 5, 465, 460, Reese number 35, 45, 45, Reese 45, 360, now 5, money 5, 365, 370, 5, 80, 5, 385, 90, 5, $4, 405, 55, $4, $4, Fox number 50. 2 big ones, sell 2 big ones, 290, now 2.5, now 5, 97 and a half, $3, now 2.5, 7 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 315, 15, 15, 15, 70 and a half, 320, 2.5, 5, 25, 25, 25, 325, 325, 322 and a half, D&D 13. Sell the red there, $3.95. $3.95. High five, money five at a $3.95. 305, high five, 10, 10, $10, 10, 35, now 10, 15. 315, 20, 5, 30, 40, 45. 345, 50, 350, now 50, now 50, now 50, 53, 53, 53, 50. 345, Troy 3. Sell black with the tag over there, $2.40, now 2.5, 214.5, 45, 45, 2.5, now 5, 7.5, 50, 2.5, 55, 7.5, 260, 2.5, now 5, now 7.5, 70, 2.5, 75, 275, 555, 270, 2.5, Nolan 26, 70, 270, now 5, 275, 80, 90, $3, $5, 10, 15, 20, 320, now 5, 320, 2.5, 25, 25, 320, 2.5, 25, 25, 25, 25, 322 and a half, Fox 58, Fox 58. From Fort Stockton, weaned and vaccinated. It's haven't had 270, now 5, 270, now 5, money 5, 85, but a 90, but a $3, but a $5, 10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 20, but a 325, 325, 30, but a 5, but a 40, but a 5, but a 50, 350, now 5, but a 5, 355, 350, lady number 94, lady 94. Sell the spot over their spot, 240, now 2.5, 240, now 2.5, 240, 2.5, now money 2.5. But a 242, 5, 47 and a half, 50, but a 2.5, but a 52 and a half, 55, 7 and a half, 260, 2.5, now 5, but a 7 and a half, 70, but a 272 and a half, now 5, now 7 and a half, 80, but a 282 and a half, 5, 85, 7 and a half, 90, 290, 2 and a half, 5, but a 95, 7 and a half, $3, but a 2 and a half, 5, 305, 7 and a half, but a 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 305, lady number 95, lady 95. Over there, $2.80, now 5, 280, now 5, money 5, but a 285, 280, 2.5, 285, but a 87 and a half, but a 287 and a half, 290, now 2.5, but a 95, 97 and a half, $3, 2.5, but a 5, 37 and a half, 10, 10, 10, 12 and a half, 15, but a 17 and a half, 20, 2.5, but a 325, but a 7 and a half, 330, but a 330, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 327 and a half, Gateway 5-5. $2.90, now 5, $2.90, now 5, $2.90, now 5, $2.90, now 5, $3, $3, $3, $2.95, $3, now 5, 305, 5, 5, 5, 10, 10, 10, 10, 50, 50, 50, 53, 15, 20, 320, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 20, 20, 315, lady 9, 5, lady 9, 5. What's AR weaned and vaccinated, dried out and ready to go do something for you right here. 250, now 5, money 5, 60, 5, 75, but 80, but 5, but 90, but 5, $3, now 5, 10, but 15, but 20, but 5, but 30, but 5, but 40, 340, 335, now 40, 40, 45, 345, 50, 350, now 5. Have Charlie if you want, 355, 355, 360. 65, 370, 370, lady number 93. Add her to the ticket. Got a steer. 7 and a half, 265, now 75. 275, 80, 275, 80, 80, 5, 285, 290, now 5, now $3, now 5, 35, 10, 310, 15, 20, 320, 320, 320, 320, 320, 320, 315, Brian Hoffman. Sell the red heifer, 270, now 5, 270 on the money, 5, 2. Sell the red heifer, 270, now 580, 80, but 5, but 90, 5, 295, $3, now 5, but 10, 310, 15, but 20, but 5, but 30, but 5, but 40, but 5, 350, 5, but 360, but 5, but 70, but 5, but 80, but 80, 38, 38, 38, 38, 380, 375, lady 95, lady 93, lady 93, lady 93. 350 now 5, 350 now 5, 350 on the money now 5, 355, 355, 355, in the middle of 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 355, 360, now 60, now 5, 65, 65, 360, Troy 4. $3 now 5, 3, 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 40, 55, 50, 55, 65, 375, 80, 85, 90, 90, 390, 385, 90, 90, 95, $4, $4, 5, 10, 10, 15, 20, 420, now 5, now 30, 5, 435, 40, 5, 445, 440, now 5, 5, 5, 440, lady number 93. Tell them over there down 270, now 2.5. 270, now 2.5. 95, 7.5. 80, 2.5. 225, 85, 87, 90, 290, 2.5. 90, 25, 95, 97, 7.5. $3, $3, $2.5. 302 and a half, 2.5, 5, 55, 7.5. 37.5, 37.5, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 12.5, 12.5, 12.5, 15, 15, 15, 15, 3, 15, 3, 15, 312 and a half. Gateway number 55, gateway 55. $2 now 5, $2 now 5, $2 money 5, $2 now 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 60, 5, 275, 80, 285, 285, 90, 290 now 5, 295, $3, $3, $3, $3, $3, $3, $295. Gateway 51, gateway 51. Another family member. 250 now 5, 250 now 5, money 5, 255, 260 now 5, now 70, now 580, 5 and 90, 5 now $3 now 5, 3 5 10, 315, 20, 5 330, 5 40, 345 and 50, 50, 50, 50, 350, 350, 350, 350, 345, lady 93, lady 93. Another family member handled the same way. Pretty good kind. 260 now 5. 260 now 5. 2.5 money. 2.5. 5. 65. 7.5. 70. 2.5. 75. 275. 277 half. 7.5. 275. Gully 6. Gully number 6. Okay, got a new deal. Wayne 60 days. Had a subway shot. Bova shield and black leg and been wormed. 310, now 15, 310, 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 45, 50, 55, 60, 55, 75, 380, 85, 85, 90, 90, 90, 385, 90, 85, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 385, Fox 50. Is this? Okay. Look, boys, 56 head of them all together. And they have been weighing 3 to 5 months, been on some short wheat, vaccinated 2 rounds of Cavalry 9, Probac 4, and vitamin A and D, and been wormed with Dickson. Boys, had everything done. 330, now 5. 2 rounds, sell 2 of them, Jody. 2 of them, 330, now 5, money 5. 330, now 5. 2 or more, 330, now 5, now 40, 340, now 5, 45, 5, 5, 5, 345, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 55, 47, 50, 350, 350, 350, 350, 350, 347 and a half, Troy 4. 230, now 2.5. 230, now 2.5. 5, 35, 13, 55, 5, 7.5. 240, now 2.5, 7.5, 52, 55, 7.5. $60, 2.5. 65, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. 70, 2.5, now 5, but I'm going to say 55, 7.5. 80, 280, 2.5. 85, 85, 87, 90, 290, 90, 90, 290, 290. 287.5, Gateway 5.5. Seven here, $3.95, $3.95, 5, money 5, money's in 10, 15, 20, 5, number 30, 5, number 40, 5, 355, 60, 5, 365, 365, and 70, 5, number 80, 5, number 90, 390, 95, $4, 395, Troy, number. Troy number 4. $260 now 5, $260 on the money now 5, 75, 80, 280 now 5, 90, 90, 290, 285, 87 half, 287 half, 287 half, 87 half, 285 Gully 6, Gully number 6. 7 half, 270 now 5, 275 money 5. Okay, look him over. 150, 155. Now 60, 165, 170, 175, 80, 185, 185, 90. 190, 90, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 195, 195, $2, 5, 10, $2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 220, now 5, now 30, 230, now 5, now 40, 240, 240, 240, 240, 240, 235, Gateway 5, 5. 7 half, 220, now 2.5. On money, 2.5. Money's down, 2.5. 225, 27 half, 32 and a half, 7 half, 40, 240, 205, 45, 7 half, 50, 250, 250, 250, 250, 2.5, 250, 2.5, 55, 7 half, 257 half, 60, 260, 260, 260, 260, 257 and a half. That'll be Nolan 77, Nolan 77. The boys win 3 to 5 months. Had 2 complete rounds of shots. Been on some short grain. Yep. Okay, you either hold one or take $30 to 100 off one. 240 now 2.5, 240 money 2.5, 245, 47 half, 250 now 2.5, 55, 7 half, $60, 260, 260, 260. Now 60, 258.9, 259, 258.9, 258.9, 258.59, 58.9, 258, and that'll be Troy 28. $170, now 2.5. $170, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 75, 7.5, 80, bit about 5, bit 90, bit about 5, bit $2, bit 5, $2, 5, 10, 10, 15, 20, bit 5, 30, bit 5, bit 40, bit 240, now 5, 250, now 55, bit 60, bit 5, 275, bit 80, bit 5, bit 285, 285, 85, 85, 85, 285, 280, gateway number 55, gateway 55. It's 265, now 70. On the money, 70, but 265, now 75, but 80, but 5, but 90, but 5, $2, $3, $3, $2.95, $3, $3, $2.95, $3, $3, $2.95. H27, 22, H22. That one big one over there, one big one, $2 now. Have you got one big one over there, $2 now 2. One big one by the scale, $2 now 2.5, 2.5 money, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 7.5, 7 and 10, but a bit of 10, 12.5, 15, but a bit 79, but a 20, but a bit 2.5, but a bit 5, but a bit 7.5. Have one more if you want it. 227.5, 225, 7.5, 230, now 2.5, 35, 37.5, but 40, but a 2.5, but a bit 5, but a bit 45, 45, 45, 242.5, fry 71. 7.5, 280, now 2.5, money, 2.5, 225, 87.5, 290, 2.5, but a 5, but a 97.5, $3, 2.5, 5, but a 305, 7.5, 10, but a 10, 10, 10, 10, 307.5, 10, 10, 10, but a $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, 307.5, shoot, 6. 7 here, $3 now 5. $3 now money, 5. $3 now 5. $5, 5, 5, 10, 10, 15, 15, 15, 20. 320 now 5, now 30, now 5, and 40, 40, 340, 330, 537, 337. 335, 337.5. Now 40, 340, 342 and a half, 342 and a half, 42 and a half, 345, 55, 45, 345, 7 and a half, 347, 50, 350, 50, 50, 350, 350, 350, 353. Okay, hold on, everybody. 350, 347 and a half, 350, 350, 350, 347 and a half, Gully 1. $250 now 5. On the money, $250 now 5. 255, 55, 255, 255, 255, 255, 255, 255, 255, 250, Gateway 451. Oh, there you go. Just 51. Gateway 51. Sale 3, big one 3, big ones. 70, 280, now 5, money 5, 280, now 5, 280, now 5, 55, but a 280, now 5, 95, but a 3, but a bit of 5, but a bit of 10, but a bit of 10, 10, 310, 12 and a half, but a bit of 12 and a half, 15, but a 3, 15, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 15, 79, 79, 20, but a bit of 320, 320, 320, 320, 317 and a half, D&D 23. D&D 23, 7.5, 330, now 5, 330, 540, 5, and 50, 345, now 50, 350, now 55, 355, 360, 5, and 70, 70, 370, 70, 70, 70, 370, 365, Wilford Wildy, Wilford Wildy. Sell two big ones, two big ones, two big ones. What do you got? 170, not 2.5. 172, 5.5, 82 and a 5, 87, 92 and a 5, 97 and a 3, but a $2, 2 and a 5. 2, 7 and a half, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 7 and a half, 22 and a 5, but a 5, but a 5, 7 and a half. 230, but a 2 and a half, but a 5, but a 37 and a half, 40, but a 2 and a half, but a 5, but a 245. 245, 245, 45, 242 and a half, 871 on the scales, 871. 280, not 5, 280, not 5, but a 90, but a 285, 90. 85, 95, 95, $3, but a 5, but a 10, but a 10, little 10, 15, but a 15, 20, but a 320, 2 and a half, but a 320, 2 and a half, 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 320. Troy, number 3. Then got a little bump on his ear there. Read him 190, now 5. 195, money 5, $2, now 5, now 10, now 15, with a 20, but a 5, but a 2, 25, 30, 35, 35, now 40, now 5, but a 50, with a 5, but a 255, 255, 255, 55, 55, 55, 250, show 77. Got a little steer. 7, 280, now 5. 280, now 5, but a 280, now 5. 280, now 5, but a 90, but a 290. 285, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, but a 290, now 5. 95, $3, now 3, now 5, but a $3, 5, but a $3, 5, 10. 310, 15, 20, but a 5, but a 30, but a 5, but a 40, but a 5. 345, 50, 55, but a 360, but a 65. 365, but a 70, but a 70. 365, gateway number 401, gateway 401. Okay, hey Andy, put it on 351. $2, now 5. $2, now 5. Money 5. $2, now 5. $2, now 5. 5, but $2, now 5, 5. $2, now 5. One over there. $2, 5. $2, 5. $2, 5. $2 show number 77. Sell the red heifer. Sell the red heifer. $2, now 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, 12 and a half, 15, 17, 19, 20. 220, 220, 220 with a 2.5, 220, 5, 25, 7.5 with a 30 with a 2.9 with a 35, 35, 7.5 with a 40 with a 240, 2.9 with a 42, 5, 45, 7.5 with a 250 with a 52.9 with a 52.9, 2.95, 55, 57.5, 60 with a 2.9 with a 2.5 with a 7.5, 7.5, 70 with a 2.9 with a 2.5 with a 75, 7.5 with 80 with a 2.5, 2.5, 85, 85, 85, 282.5. That'll be show 6, show 6. Over there, 225, now 30, 225, 30. By the scales, 225, money, 30 with a 225, now 30. 232, 32, 32, 32, 32, 30. 225, Troy, 45, Troy, 45. 2 blacks, sell 2 blacks, $3, 40, now 5, 340, now 5, 55, 65, 75, 80, 90, 395, $4, now 5, 10, 15, 415, 14, 15, 20, 5, 30, 430, 430, 430, 430, 425, that'll be Troy, 21, Troy, 21. African 250, now 5, 250, now 5, 60, 5, 75, 85, 90, 5, $3, now $3, 295, $3, now 5, 3, 5, 10, 10, many more as you want. 3, 10, 3, 5, 10, 15, 3, 15, 20, 20, 5, 3, 25, 30, 30, now 5, now 40, 5, 50, 5, 360, 365, 70, 70, 70, 70, 375, 380, 5, 90, 95, $4, 5, 10, 410, little 10, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 415, 410, that'll be Lady 93, Lady 93, Lady 93. Let's have it here. 230, now 5, 230, now 5, 45, 55, I'm gonna 65, and a 275, 80, but a 280, 285, but a 285, 290, but a 95, but a 95, $3, but a $3, $295, $3, $3, $295, Gully 6, Gully 6, Gully number 6. Come in from Fort Stockton last time. $175, 175, 7.5. On money, 82 and a half, 5, 7.5, 92 and a half, but a 95, 97 and a half, $2, 2.5, 5, 2, 5, 10, 15, a bit of 20, but a bit of 5, but 220, 2 and a half, 5, 225, 7 and a half, 30, 230, 30, 30, but a bit of 30, but a bit 2 and a half, 230, 25, 37 and a half, 240, 2 and a half, but a bit 240, 2 and a half, 240, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 240. Show number 100. Show 100. 7.5, 180, now 5, 180 on the money, now 5, 95, $2, 5, 10, 15, 25, but a 35, but a 40, but a bit 245, 240, 2 and a half, 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 240, 2 and a half, now 5, but a 47 and a half, 250, 250, 2 and a half, 55, 55, 7 and a half, 60, but 2 and a half, but a bit 2 and a half, 260, Nolan 27. Set them out there, 350, now 5, by the scale, 65, 75, 85, 95, $4, 5, 405, 55, 45, 10, 10, 10, 10, 15, 415, 415, 415, 415, 415, 410, capital 45. Steer over there, 340, now 5, 340, now 5, money 5, 50, bit of 5, bit of 60, bit of 5, bit of 70, 375, bit of 75, 75, 75, 75, 375, 370, capital number 35. 7.5, $3, now 5, $3 now money 5, 10, 15, 25, and 30, bit of 5, bit of 40, bit of 5, bit of 340, now 5, 345, 5, 5, bit of 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 340, EC 56. 7 $3 now 5, $3 now 5, 10, 15, bit of 20, bit of 5, bit of 30, bit of 5, bit of 40, bit of 5, bit of 50, bit of 5, bit of 355, 355, 355, 355, 350, EC 45. Going out, heifer $3.40, now 5, 340, now 5, 55, and 65, and 75, and 370, now 5, 380, 80, 85, and 85, 85, 385, 90, 90, 90, 90, 385, 90, 5, 95, 95, 395, 390, fry 31, 7.5, 390, now 5, 390, now 5, 390, now 5, money 5, $4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 425, 420, now 5, 5, 5, 425, 420, Reese number 45, 35, Reese 35. 7 here, 230, now 5, money 5, but a 235, 40, now 5, now 15, now 5, now 16, now 5, now 70, now 5, 72 and a half, 272 and a half, 270, Nolan 27. 7 here, 280, now 2 and a half, 280, but 2 and a half, 5, 7, 8, 90, 2 and a half, 5, 95, 95, 97 and a half, but 297 and a half, $3, 2 and a half, 302 and a half, 5, but 7 and a half, but 7, 8, 10, 312 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, but 79, but 79, 317 and a half, 79, 79, 79, 79, 315, Gully 6, Gully 6. Two little ones there, 7 and a half, 250 now 5. On the money 5, 250 now 5, 5, but a bit of 250 now 5, 60, but a bit of 5, but a bit of 70, but a bit of 275, but a 275, 270, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 25, 75, 75, 75, 7 and a half, 277 and a half, but a bit of 80, but a bit of 80, 80, but a bit 280, 2 and a half, 85, 85, 87 and a half, 90, but a bit 292 and a half, 5, but a 95, 97 and a half, 297 and a half, 7 and a half, 295. Capital 94. 7.5. $2. Now $2. $2 2 4. 2 2 4 6 8 10 12 14 16 18 20 2 4 6 8 $30 2 4 36 38 $40 $2 $4 $6 but $6 246 246 246 244 871. Sell the steer, $2.20, now 5. 220 on the money, 5, 35, 45, and a 50 with a bit of 255. 260, now 5, now 70, 270, 270, 270, 270, 265, Nolan 27. 7 here, 250, now 2.5, 250, 257, 255, 257 half, 60, 2.5, now 5, 7, 70, with a 270, 270, 270, 270, 267 half, Nolan 27. They pretty nice set of heifers. Hold the tag, 7.5, 260, now 2.5, now 5, now 7.5, 7.5, 70, 2.5, 7.5, 80, 2.5, 85, 2.7.5, 290, 2.5, 95, 97.5, 297.5, $3, $3, $3, $3, $3, 3, 2.5, 302.5, 302.5, 305, 305, 305, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 10, 10, 10, 10, about a 10, 307.5, capital 94. $2.40 now 2.5, 241 by the scale 5 7.5 52 and 55 7.5 260 2.5 now 5 7.5 70 2.5 at 5 at 7.5 80 2.5 85 87.5 287.5 287.5 285 that'll be 871 871 290 now 5 290 now 5 money 5 and a $3 5 and a 10 with a bit of 15 20 with a bit of 320 now 5 30 with a bit of 5 with a bit of 40 with a 5 with a 345 345 5 5 with a bit of 5 340 H51. Two heifers over there. It's 7.5, 310, 15, 310, 15, 20, with a 5, with a 30, with a 5, 330, 5, with a bit of 40, with a bit of 5, with a bit of 340, now 5, 345, 5, 5, with a bit of 345, 340, capital number 90. 7.5, 280, now 270, now 5, 80 with 280, 285, 95, $3 now 5 with a 10 with a bit of 15 with a bit of 20 with a bit of 325, 325, 320 now 5, 5, 5 with a bit of 5. 320, capital number 90. What got? One big one, $3 now 5. One big one, $3 now 5. 10, 19, 10, 10, 10. One big one, 10, 15, but a 3, 15, 20, 320, 5, 30, but a bit of 5, but a bit of 40, but a bit of 5, but a bit of 50, 350, 350, 350, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 345, Fox 50. Seven here, 370 now 5, 375 money 580 with a bit of 5, but a 90 with a bit of 5, but a $4 bit of 5, but 84 and 5, 10, 15, 20 with a bit of 5, but a bit of 30 with a bit of 430, 430, 430, 430, 430, 430, 430, 425, 530. It's 7.5, 350 now 5, 350 now 5, 350 now 5, money 5, but 355, 16, 5, 70, even number 370, 65, now 70, 70, 70, even a bit of 5, 375, 80, with a bit of 80, 80, 80, 80, with 5, but 85, 90, 395, but a bit of 95, 95, 95, 95, 390, capital number 35. It's 7.5, 4, 370, now 5, 80, with a bit of 375, 80, 85, 95, with a $4 5, with a bit of 10, with a bit of 10, $410, 10, 45, 410, 45, 410, 10, 10, with a bit of 10, 405, Troy, number 4, Troy, 4. 7.5, 190 now 2, 190 now 2, 192, 190 $2 2, money 2, 192, 190 $2, 190 show 77. Is that one big one, or how's it go? Sell three little ones. Three little ones, 370 now five, 370 now five, 370 now five, money five, money say now five, 375, high five, 370 capital number 35, cap 35. I'm going to have a hand, 280 now 5, 280 now 5, 280 now 5, 290, 5, 285, 280 now 5, money 590, 290, 90, 5, 95, 295, 95, 95, 95, 95, 290, gateway 55. One big one or two little ones, have it work. Sell one big one, 270 now 5, money 5, at a 270 now 5, 85, 95, at a $3 now 5, 10, at 15, at 20, at 5, at 30, at 40, 345, 50, at 5, at 65, at 75, at 80, at 5, 385, 85, 85, 85, 380, and that'll be D&D number 21, D&D 21, 380 now 5, 380 now 5, money 5, at 380 now 590, 5, at $4, at 5, at 10, at 15, at 415, 15, 20, at 420, 415, 20, 20, 20, 415, fry 31, fry 31, 260 now 5, 260 now 5, at a 5, 260 now 5, at a 260. One by your choice, 5, one or both, 65. On the money now 5, one or both, 260 now 5, 5, 5, 5, at a 70. 270 now 5, 275, 5, 5, 75, 270, Marty number. You want him, gateway? Oh, one on the scale, 5-5, gateway 5-5. So let's hear 240 now 5, 240 on the money now 5, 245, 250 now 5, now right here, 260 now 5, 270 5, 280, 280, 280, 275 Gully 6. $340 now 5, $340 now 5, $345 on the money 5, $340 now 5, 50, 55, and 60, 55, 365, 70, 375, 375, 370, fry 30. 7 here, 280 now 5, 280 now 5, money 5, 280 now 5, 90, $5, $3, $5, $10, $15, 15, 20, 320, 5, 30, 5, 40, 340, 335, 40, 340, 340, 335, H51. Seven hand, 280 now 5, 280 now 5, money 5, 280 now 5, 285, 85, 85, 90, $5, $3, 10, 10, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 315, 310, Fox, 58. Seven here, 260 now 5, 260 now 5, 75 and 80 with the 295, 87, 90, 29, 290, 290, fry number 6. So big one, 270 now 2.5, 270, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 80, 2.5, 85, 85, 7.5, 2.5, 25, 87, 7, 90, 290, 90, 90, 2.5, 290, capital 31, capital 31. 7 had 250 now 5, 250 now 5, 60 but about 260, 255, 260 but about 5, 70 but about 5, 275, 80, 80 but about 80, 280, 280, 285, 90 but about 95 and 95, 295, $3 but about 5 but $3, 5, 10, 10, 10, 10 but $10, $10, $10, 10, 10, 305 gateway 55, gateway 55. Two blacks, 290, now five. $2.95, $3, but a bit of $3, $3. $2.95, $3, but a bit of $5, but a bit of 10, but a bit of 15, but a bit of 20, but a bit of 320. 315, 20, but a bit of 5, but a bit of 30, but a bit of 330, 330, 335, 35, 35, 40, but a bit of 5, and a bit of 45, 340, capital number 34. Seven hand, $2.40, now five, but 240, now five, but a bit of 240, now five. 240, now five, 240 on the money, 555, 255, 255, but a bit of 55, 560, 265, but a bit of 70, but a bit of 5, but a bit of 80, but a bit of 280, 275, capital 31, cap 31. 7 and 220, now 2.5, 5, but a 225, 7 and 30, 2.5, 7 and 42 and 5, 47 and 240, 7 and 250, 2.5, 255, 255, 7 and 260, 2.5, but a bit of 5, but a 7 and but a 70, but a 2.5, now 5, but a 75, 7 and but a bit of 7 and 275, show number 100. $2 now five. $2 now five. Money's down 5, 10, 15, 25, but a 30, but a bit of 5, but a bit of 235. 235, 235, 40, 240 now 5. 245, 55, but a bit of 5, 5, 5, 245. 240, Brian Hoffman. There's steer cattle. 7, 8, 280, now 5. 280, now 5, but a 285. Money 590, but a bit of 5, but a bit of $3, but a bit of $3, 5, 10. 3 and 10, 15, 20, but a bit of 5, but a bit of 30, but a bit of 335, but a bit of 40, but a bit of 5. 350, but a bit of 55, but a 60, but a bit of 5, but a bit of 65. 365, 360, Lady 94. Two big ones, 7 here, 330, now 5. 330, now 5. 330, on the money, 5, but two big ones. 335, but 5, 40, but a bit of 5, but a bit of 45. 345, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 350, 350, 350, now 50, now 50. 345, Gateway, 49, 439, 439. 7 here, $3, 439, isn't that right? $3, now 5, 10, with a $3 and $5, 15, 25, 30, with a bit of 5, with a bit of 40, with a bit of 5, with a 350, with a bit of 55, 355, 355, 355, 55, 5, 5, 5, 355, 360, with a bit of 5, with a bit of 70, 375, 80, with a bit of 5, with a bit of 3 to 5, 85, 90, with a bit of 90, with a 5, 395, 95, 390, Lady, 94, Lady, 94, Lady, 94. 175, 180, on the money 80, 175, 185, 95, 95, 95, $2, 95, but a $2, 5, 10, but a $10, 10, 10, 2 to 5, 10, 10, 10, but a $10, 10, 2 5, show number 100. 7 here, $2, now 5, $2, now 5. On the money 5, 10, and 15, 20, with a bit of 5, with a 30, with a bit of 5, with a bit of 40, with a bit of 5, 250, now 5, 255, with a bit of 5, 5, 5, 5, 255, 255, 250, Fry 71. 7 here, 220, now 5, 220, now 5, 220, on the 5, 35, 40, with a 5, with a 50, with a 5, with a 255, 60, 265, with a bit of 70, with a bit of 5, 280, with 80, with a bit of 290, with a bit of 80, with a bit of 80, 280, 280, 275, Marty 4, 45, Marty 45. 7 here, 250, now 5, 250, now 5, 255, 60, with a bit of 260, 255, 260, with a bit of 5, with a bit of 70, with a bit of 5, 80, with 5, 90, with a bit of 290, 290, 290, 285, that'll be H51. 7 here, 230, now 5, 230, now 5, 230 on the money 5, 230, now 5, 235, 5, 5, with a bit of 35, 40, with a bit of 5, with a bit of 50, with a bit of 255, 255, 255, 255, 255, 5, 5, 60, 260, now 5, and a 70, with a bit of 5, with a bit of 80, with a bit of 280, 275, Gully 6. Celebrano Bull, 150 now 5, 150 now 5, 5, and 150 on the money now 5, 155, 155, 55, 5, 5, 5, 5, 60, 160 now 5, 70, 5, 75, 80, 185, 190, 90, 90, 90, 190, 190, 185, gateway number 71. Over there, 220 now 5, 220 now 5, 220 now money 5, 30, 5, 40, 240, 240, 235, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 240, 245, 50, 250, 250, 250, 245, fried, number 6, 7 here, 290 now 5, 290 now 5, 95, 95, 95, 95, 295. 290 now 5, even $3, 5, 10, 15, 15, 315, 315, 20, 20, 23, 23, 23, 20, 315, Troy 45, Troy 45. Okay, boys, load them. Frying pan. Okay. You don't take the white one. 380 now 5. 380 now 5. $4 now 5. $4 now 5. $4 now 5. 5 5 and 10. Number 10. 10. 15. 15. 15. 420. 420. 17 half. 20. 422 and a half. 422 and a half. 2 and a half. 25. 425. 25. 25. 422 and a half. Now 7 and a half. 30. 432 and a half. 5. 435. 7 and a half. 40. 40. 42 and a half. 5. 45. 445. 445. 5. 5. 5. 445. 440. 2 and a half, Troy 4, Troy 4. 7 to 280 now 5, 280 now 5, money 5, 95 at a $3 5, 310, 310, 15 with 20 with 5, 330 with 5, 340 with 5, 45, 50 with 350, 350 now 50 now 50 now 50 now 50 50 350, 345 Lady 94. Boys, they're load them all together. They got a real condition on them. Okay, right there she did. 335 now 40, 335 money 40, 335 340 now 5 now 50 now 50 now 50, 350 350 350 5 355 350 2 and a half 355 355 7 and a half 7 half 360 2 and a half 2 and a half 2 and a half 5 365 7 and a half 7 half 70 370 370 370 370 370 370 370 367 and a half, Troy 5, Troy 5. 280 now 5, 280 now 5, but 280 on the money 5. 285, 85, 90, but $5, $3, but 5, but 10, but 15, 315, 20, but 5, but 330, but 330, 330, 330, 330, 330, 325, Gully 6. $3 now 5, $3 now 5, money 5, $3 now 5, 5 5, and $3 5 10, 3 and 10 right here. Sell the deal. 310 15, 315, 320 now 5, now 30. 330, 335, 340, now 5, 345, 50, 350, 350, 350, 50, now 5, 355, 350, now 5, 360, 360, now 5, 365, 70, 370, 5, 80, 80, 380, 380, 380, 80, 75, 80, 80, 380, 380, 380, 375, lady, 93. 330, now 5, money, 545, 55, 65, 75, 375, and a bit of 75, and a bit of 380, and a bit of 590, 5 and a $4, 5 and a bit of 10, and a bit of 15, and a bit of 415, 415, 20, 420, 425, and a 30, and a bit of 5, and a bit of 440, now 5, 445, 50, 450, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 450, 445, lady, 93. Oh. Over there, 310, 15, 310, 315, 15, 20, and I'm going to 325, and a 30 with a bit of 5, and a bit of 40 with a bit of 5, and a bit of 345, 50, 355, 355, 55, 60, 360 with a bit of 60, 360, 360, 360, 355, lady, 93. 240, now 5, 240, now 5, now 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, $3, 5, 10, and 15, but 315, 315, 20, but 5, but 325, 325, 330, but 35, but 40, but 40, 340, 340, 340, 335, lady, 93. Two head over there by the scales. 7 or 240, now 5. 240, now 5. 240, now 5. 2 by the scales. On the money, 5. 245, 50, 55, 60, 5, 70, 5. 280, 80, 85, 290, 90, 85, 90, 90, 90, 90, 290, 290, 290, 290, 285. Shoat 6, shoat number 8. What you, Manny? $670. Put them on 6. No. 6. Okay, show 5 head over there. 280 now 5, 280 to 95, 285, 90, 95, now $3, now 5, but a 10, but a 10, 15, but a 20, but a 320, 315, 20, 20, 20, 320, 320, 325, 325, 325, 30, 330, 330, 330, 330, 330, 325, Troy, number 1. Okay, so 2 over there. Oh, there, 225 now 30, 225 money, 35, 35, 40 now 5, now 15 now 5, 265, but a bit of 70, but a 5, but a 280, but a bit of 5, but a 285, 90, 295, 95, 95, $3, but a $3, $3, 5, 305, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, $10, $10, 10, 305, shoat 6, 7 here, 290, now 5, 295, $3, now 5, 10, but a 15, but a 15, 15, 15, 15, 20, 20, 320, 320, 320, 317, now 20, 320, 318, 19, 318, 319, 320, 320, 320, 320, 319, 20, 20, 20, 20, about 320, 319, Troy 1. Seven here, $2.40 now 5, 240 now 5, 50, 245 now 50, 245 now 50, 50, 50 now 50 now 50 now 50 now 55, 255, 255, 255, 260, 265, 270, 270, 270, 275, 280, 80, 80, 80, 85, 285, 90, 290, 90, 90, 95, 295, $3, $3, 5, 10, $10, 15, 20, 325, 30, 35, 40, 345, 345, 345, 340, Lady 94, Lady 94. 230 now 5, 230 now 5, money 5, 40, 50, 255, 255, 55, 60, 5, 270, 5, 280, 5, 295, 90, 295, 295, $3, $3, 295, $3, $3, 295, Lady 94. 245, 250, 245, now 50, now money, 50, 245, 55, 255, 260, now 5, now 70, now 5, 80, 5, 295, $3, $5, 5, 10, 10, 10, 3 and 10, 10, 10, 3, 5, 10, 3 and $5, $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, 10, 3, 10, 305, Lady 93. Seven here, 230, now 5, 235, 40, 235, now 40, now 40, now 40, 240, 245, 250, now 5. Okay, 4 head, 250, now 5, 65, 75, 85, 95, and $3, $3, now $3, 5, 305, 3, 5, 10, now $10, 10, 3, 10, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 3, 10, 3, 15, 3, 10, 3, 15, 15, 15, 15, 3, 15, 3, 15, 3, 15, 20, 5, 325, 320, Russell, number 3. $270, now 5, 270, now 5, 275, 80, 280, now 5, 285, 90, 90. 285, 95, $3, $3, 5, 310, 10, 10, 15, 20, 320, now 5, 330, 35, 40, 5, 345, 50, 350, now 5, 60, 365, 365, 5, 365, 360, Wilford Wildy. Sell 3 or more, 3 or more, 220, now 5. On the money, 5, 225, 30, now 5, now 40, now 5, now 50, now 5. 255, that's on 3 of them. 60, 260, 5, 70, 5, 80, 5, 205, 90, 295, 95, $3, $3, $3, $295, Lady, number 21. Okay, Lady 21 on the scales. 7 280, now 5, 285, 95, $3, now 5, 10, 15, 20, 325, 330, 5, 40, 5, 50, 353, 55, 360, 5, 70, 375, 80, 5, 385, 90, 90, 90, 385, 90, 385, 90, 90, 90, 390, 385, Tom 3, 7 hand, 340, now 5, 345, money 5, 350, now 5, 355, 65, 70, 380, 85, 90, $5, $4, 5, 10, 10, 15, 20, 425, 30, 435, 40, 440, 435, Lady 94, Lady 94, $2, now 2, $2, now 2, $2, now 2, 4, 6, 26, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 2, 20, 2, 4, 6, 28, 228, 228, 28, 28, 28, 226, Troy, number 28. All right, 240, now 5, 240, now 5, money 5, 250, 5, 60, 5, 70, 270, 5, 80, 280, 85, 285, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 290, 285, Brian Hoffman. Sing. There's steers, 7 head, 290, now 5, 290, now 5, money 5, 290, now 5, 295, $3, $3, 5, 10, 10, 15, 315, 20, 20, 325, 25, 30, 330, now 30, 330, 330, 325, Fox, 58. Left hind leg. Old deal. Goes with him. 125, 130, 125, 130, 125, 130, on the money, 39, 5, 135, 40, 140, 145, 150, 150, 55, 60, 70, 75, 80, 180, 180, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 180, 180, 175, Tom 3. 345, 350, 345, now 50, 345, now 50, 50, 50, 50, $350, $50, $50, 5, 355, 65, 370, 70, 365, 70, 370, 365, Lady, 94. 7 here, 270, now 2.5, 270, money, 2.5, now 5, 7.5, 80, 2.5, 80, 80, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 80, 2.5, 280, 2.5, 85, 87, 90, 290, 2.5, 95, 95, 295, 295, 290, 2.5, Gully, 6. Two big ones, $2.50, now two, $2.50, $2.04, $2.54, $6.8, $60, $2.04, $6, but $8, $70, $2.04, 76, 78, 80, $2, $4, 6, 88, $2.92, $4, 94, 96, 98, $2.98, $3, $2, $3, $2, $3, and a B, Fox, 6, Fox, number 6, $3, now 5, on the money, 5, $3, now 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 40, 5, 345, 340, now 5, 340, D&D, 23. Yeah, two big ones, $3, now 5, $3, now 5, $3, now 5, 10, $10, $10, 3, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 45, 355, 65, 375, 370, now 5, 375, 5, 80, 80, 85, 85, 85, 85, 380, Gully 1, 330, now 5, 40, 5, 50, 355, 365, 75, 80, 85, 90, 5, $4, $4, 395, $4, $395, D&D 3. Wayne and headshots. 2 or more. $3, now 5. $3, now 5. Money, 5, $3, 5. 10, 15, 20, 325, 330, 35, 40, 340, 335, 40, 40, 40, 40, 335, 40, 335, Gateway 55. 7 or 260, now 5. 265, money, 5, 5, 265, 70, 5, 80, 5, 285, 285, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 280, D&D 2. Two blacks. 7, 305, now 10, now 15, $310, $15, 20, $5, 30, $5, 40, $5, 350, $50, now 5, 360, number 5, 70, $5, 80, $5, 385, 385, 85, 85, 85, 385, 390, 90, 95, 85, 85, 390, and be Fox, 50. He got two blacks, sells Charlotte. Charlotte Bull, 330, now 5, 40, 40, 340, now 5, 50, 5, 60, 5, 370, 370, 370, 70, 70, 370, 365, Fox, 50 on the scales. 7 here, $4.95, $4.95, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 40, 5, 50, 5, 460, number 60, 465, 70, 475, 80, 85, 85, 485, 85, 85, 485, 480, Reese number 20, is that right? 27, Reese 27. That's Charlotte. Heifer 280 now 5, 285 money 5 but a 280 now 5. Charlotte heifer 90 but a bit of 5 but a $3 but a 5 but a $3 5 10 15 20 but a bit of 2 9 but a bit of 5 but a 7.5 330 but a bit of 2 9 but a bit of 32 9 32 and a half 330 EC 55. $7.5, $3 now 5, $3 on the money now 5, but a bit of $5, 5, 10, 15, but a 20, but a 5, but a 30, but a 5, 45, 355, but a bit of 350 now 5, 355, 55, but a bit of 55, 350 Fox 50. 330 now 540 with a bit of 340 550 565 75 and a bit of 80 with a bit of 5 85 95 with a bit of $4 bit of 5 with a bit of 10 with a bit of 18 with a bit of 20 420 415 20 20 20 with a bit of 420 415 Fox 50. Two big ones. Sell two little ones. 370 now 5, 370 now 5, money 5, 85, 90, bit of 5. $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, 5, 405, 55, 405, 55, $4, 5, $4 Troy, number 21. Sell the tag one, $3 now 5, 10, 3, 5, 3, 10, 3, 5, 3, 10, 3, 10, 15, 20, 3, 25, 35, 335, 35, 40, 345, 345, 50, 50, 50, 353, 53, 50, 345, capital number 90. Three big ones. 350, now 5. Three big ones, you can take them all. 355, 360, 365, and a bit of 70, 375, 80, bit of 380, 375, 85, 85, 85, 90, 395, 95, 95, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, 395, EC 34. 330, now 5, 335, 40, now 5, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, $4, 5, 10, and a bit of 4, 5, 10, $410, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, bit of 10, 405, Tom 3. 7.5, 360, now 5. On the money, now 5, but 370, with a bit of 5, but 80, with a bit of 5, but 90, with a bit of 5, 395, $4, $4, $4, $4, now 5, but a bit of 4, 5, 10, 410, 10, 15, 15, 15, 15, 20, with a bit of 5, but a bit of 425, 425, 420, Troy, number 21. Say you one or both, one or both. Hold it. Say you one or both. Yeah, look them over. 125, 130. On. Okay, weighing them to you. One or both. 125 on the money, now 30, now 5, now 40, now 5, now 50, now 5, now 60, now 5, 70. 175, 80, 5, 90, 90, 190, 190, 190, 190, 190, 190, 190, 185, Tom 3. He wants them both. Jim Coleman. $7 now, $2. $2, 4, 6, 8. Well, hold one. 10, 12 and a half, 15. Now 79, 20, 2 and a half, 7 and a half. 227 half, 30, but a 29, but a 35, 37 half, 40, 2 and a 5, 7 half, 247 half, 50, 250, 250, 250, 250, 250, 50, 50, 50, but a 250, 250, 250, 250, 247 half, fry 71. 247 half fry 71, 190 now 2, 192 4, 196 98, $2 2 4 6 8 10 12 14 16 218 220 with a bit of 2 with a bit of 4 with a bit of 26 28 228 32 with a bit of 4 with a bit of 34 34 34 234 232 show number 19 show 19. So one over there, $2.25 now, 7 half. Money, 7 half, 225, 7 half, 227 half, 227, 30, 230, 230, 2 and a half, 5, 37 half, 40, 240, 2 and a half, 7 half, 50, 2 and a half, 55, 7 half, $60, 2 and a half, 7 half, 70, 2 and a half, 5, but a 7 half, 80, but a 2 and a half, 5, but a 7 half, 90, 2 9, 2 and a half, 5, 97 half, but a $3, but a 2 and a half, but a 5, but a 7 half, 310, 12 and a half, 15, but a 15, 15, 15, 15, 312 and a half, EC 5, 5, 330, now 5, money, 5, and a 330, now 540, 555, 360, 575, 80, but a 5, but a 90, 395, $4, but a bit of 5, but a bit of 10, but a $10, 10, 45, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 405, that'll be Troy, number 4. 7 half, 180, now 2 and a half, 180, 2 and a half, 180, now 2 and a half, 85, 85, 187, and 90, now 5, now $2, now 5, $2, 5, 5, 5, 10, but 210, 10, 10, 10, 10, 5, 10, 205, 10, 205, 10, 205, 10, 205, Gateway 71. Sell the white one. 7 or 270, now 5, 275, 5, 5, white one. 270 now money, now 5, but a 275. 270, 80, but a 5, but a 90, but a 295. $3, but a bit of $3, 5, but a 10, 3 10, 15, 20, but a bit of 5, 30, but a bit of 5, but a bit of 40, but a 5, but a 350, 350, 350, 345, Gateway 439. Got a bull over there, 250 now 5, 250 now 5, 250 now 5, and I'm going to 255, 5, 5. On the money, now 5, but a 255, 55, 55, 55, 255. 250, Gateway number 55. Got a little long toes. 160 now 5, 160 now 5, money 5, 75, 85, 90, 195, 195. 195, 95, $2, $2, 5, till 5, 10, 15, 20, 225, 230, 35, 40, 249, 49, 40, 235, Gateway 53. $50 now one. $50 now one. Even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $60 one. 62, 63, 4, 5, 6, 66, 67, $7, $7, $66, Troy 10. By the head on the big one. 1100, now 25. 1100 on the money, 25, 1125, 1100, that's by the head, 1125, 25, 25, 25, 50, 1150, 1150, 75, 1175, 1175, 1200, 1200, 1200, 1200, 1200, 1200, 1175, Tom 3. Okay, so two big ones, two big ones, two big ones. Weigh them to you, weigh them to you. $4 now 5. $4, 5, 10, 15, 25, but a bit of 425. 4 to 30. 435, 440, now 40, now 5, now 50, 450, 50, 55, 460, 470, 475, 80, 5, 90, 5, $5, 505, 510, 10, 510, 15, 15, 20, 525, 30, 30, 530, 530, 30, 525, Reese number 40, 25. Okay, with the 27s. Reese 25 with the 27. Over there by the head, 709.25. On the money, 50, 750, 775. 800, 800, 800, $800 and a quarter. 8 and a quarter, 800 and a quarter and a half. 8 and a half, 785. By the head, 900, 900, now 25. 925, 950, 950, 75. 975, 1,000 and a quarter. 1,000 quarter, half. 1,000 half, 1,000 and a half. $1,050. 1,050, 1,050, 1,025 by the head, Tom 3. What came in this morning, you'll like them here, 340, now 5. On the money, 50, 5, 355, 360, 65, 70. Now 5, 80, 80, 380, 385, 85, 85, 380, 2.5, 85, 85, 385, 7.5, 390, 90, 90, 90, 2.5, 925, 95, 97 half. Now $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, 397 half. $4, $4, $4, 397 a half. Troy. Show your weight on them. They go to Troy. 310 now, 12 and a half. 310, 312 and a half, 15, 7 and a half, 22 and a half. 325, 7 and a half, 30, 330, 30, 2 and a half. 330, 2 and a half, 35, steer, 7 and a half, 40. 340, 40 now, 40 now, 40 now, 40 now, 2 and a half. 340, 2 and a half, 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 2 and a half. 340, Troy 25, Troy 25. 350 now 5, 350 now 5, and money 565. 365, 75, 80, 90, 395, 395, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, 395, $4, $4, $4, 395, Troy 4, Troy 4. 7.5, $3, now 5, money 5. 10, 15, 20, 5, 3, 30, 330, 5, 330, 540, 340, 5, 345, 340, now 2 and a half, 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 42 and a half, 340, capital 90. 7.5, 370, now 5, 375, 85, 95, $4 now, 5, 10, 15, 20, 420, 415, 20, 20, 20, 20, 420, 420, 420, 420, 420, 420, 415, Fry 31. Fry 31. Hey, 330 now 5, 330 now 5, money 5, 40, 45, 45, 50, 350, 50, 55, 355, 355, 360, 5, 5, 5, 2 and a half, 360, 2 and a half, 5, 365, 7 and a half, 360, 7 and a half, 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 365, capital 92. 7.5, $3 now 5, $3 now 5, money 5, 10, 15, 315, 20, 320, 315, 20, 20, 20, 20, 325, 30, 330, 330, 330, 330, 330, 325 D&D number 23. 7.5, 330, now 5, 40, 340, 5, 55, 365, 75, 375, 80, 85, 90, 5, $4, $5, 10, 410, 10, 10, $10, 10, 15, 415, 415, 410, 15, 15, 15, 15, 415, 415, 410, capital number 45. 7.5, 350, now 5, 60, 60, 365, 70, 375, 80, 5, 90, 5, 395, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, 395, $4, $4, $4, $4, 395, Fox, 50. Hey, you like 'em here. 7 here, 30. What do you got? 350 now, 305, 310. 305, 310, money 10, 15, 25, and a 30, but a 330, 325, 30, 330, now 5, 35, 40, 340, 40, 40, 40, 340, now 5, now 50, 355, 355, 355, 55, 55, 55, 345, capital 59, capital 59. Sell one big one, 220, now 5, 225, 35, and a 40, with a 5, and a 55, and a 65, 275, 280, with a 5, and a 285, 95, 295, 295, and a 555, 295, 290. Show number 6. 7 here, 290, now 5, 290, now 5, and a 95, now $3, but a 5, and a 10, and a 15, and a 20, but a 5, 325, 320, now 5, and a 555, 320, D&D 23. 7 here, $3, now 5, $3 money, 5, but a 10, but a 15, 20, but a 5, but a 30, but a 5, but a 40, but a 5, 345, 340, now 5, 345, 555, but a 5, 340, Troy 3. 7 here, 350, now 5, money 5, 65, 75, 85, 95, $4, now 5, $4, 5, $4, now 5, 5, 5, 5, $4, fry 31. Okay, sell one big one. It happened here, 260, now 5. 260 on the money, now 5. 260, 25. 67 and a half, 72 and a half, now 5. 7 and a half, 80, 2 and a half, 85, 87 and a half, number 90, 290, 90, 90, 90, 287 and a half, Gully 6. 7 here, $3, now 5. $3 on money, 5, 10, 15, 15, 20, 5, 30, 330, 2 and a half, 5, 35, 7 and a half, 40, 3.2 and a half, 5, 347 and a half, 45, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 345, Fox 58. 7 here, 280, now 5, 280, money, 595, $3, but a 5, $3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 325, 30, 330, 325, 330, 330, 330, 325, Lady, number 93. 7 here, $2, now 2 and a half. $2 on the money, now 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, $2, 2 and a half. $2, bitty bit, 2 and a half, 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 5. 205, 205, 205, 7 and a half, 10, 210, 210, 210, 212 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, 79, 20, 2 and a half, 222, 5, 25, 7 and a half, 230, 2 and a half, 35, 37 and a half, 240, 240, 240, 237 and a half, shoat 8, shoat number. What? 700, put them on shoat 6, shoat 6. 2 over there, 240, and now 5, money 5, 245, 50, 5, 265, 70, 5, 80, 5, 285, 90, 95, 95, 95, 295, 290, capital 31. 7 here, $2, 60, now 5. 260 on the money, now 5, but I'm 70, but 5, but 80, but 5, but 90, but 295, $3, 5, but 10, but 15, 20, 320, now 5, now 30, but 5, but 335, 40, but 5, but 50, but 55, 365, but 70, but 5, but 375, 370, Lady, number 93. Got a steer, $2.70 now, 2 and a half, 270, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 25, 7 and a half, 80, 2 and a half, 80, 2 and a half, 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 5, 85, 85, 85, 85, 285, 280, 2 and a half, that'll be Nolan 5, 6. $2.50 now 5, 255, 250 now 5, 55, and about 255, 255, 255 on the money now 5, 255, 555, 255, 255, 255, 250, D&D 91. African, $2.16 now 5. 2.16 now 5. 2.60 on the money, 5.75, but 80, but a 5, but 90. 2.95, $3.05, but a 10, but a 10, 10, 10, 10, but a 10. 3.15, 3.15, 3.15, 3.15, 3.15, 3.10. EC 5.5. EC 5.5. 150 now 5. 150 now 5. On the money, 5.60, 5.75, 175. Out on top, 175, 5.5, 170. Show number 113. They're pretty nice right here. Two big ones, two big ones, two big ones. 280 now 5, 280 now 5. Money 5.90, but a 5, but a $3.05. 3, 5, 10, 15, but a 20, but a 5, but a 30, but a 5, but a 40. 340, 45, but a 345. 340 now 5, 5, but a 45. 340, EC 56. 7 and 330 now 5, 330 now 5, 330 now 5, 5, but a 330 on the money 5. 40. Now 5, now 50, now 5, 355, 60, but a 5, but a 370, but a 70, 365, capital 92. 7 here, 330, now 5, one money 5, and I'm 330, now 5, 335, 40, but a 5, but a 45, 345, 350, but a 55, but a 355, 65, but a 70, but a 5, 80, but a 5, but a 385, 385, 85, 85, 85, 85, 380, Fox 50, Fox 50. Yes, ma'am, I did. Two more, pick T like 305, 10. 305, 10, money, 10, 15, but a 315, 20. Now 5, now 30, but a 5, but a 40, but a 5, but a 350, but a 50, 55, 360, but a 5, but a 365, 365, 5, 5, but a 5, 360, capital number 35. The rich spot. 7 half, 290 now 5. 290 now 5. 290 money 5, but 290 55 5. 295, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95. 290 Troy 45. Sell big red, $2.20 now 5, 30, but a 225, 30, 5, but a 45, but a 55, 265, 275, but a 280, but a 5, 25, 90, 90, 90, 290, 90, 90, 90, 290, 290, 285, Fox 6, Fox 6. 7 here, $3 now 5. $3 money 5, and then $3 now 5. 5, 5, 10, and a 15, 20, 5, and 3, 25, 30. Now 5, and a 40, 340 now 5. 5, and a 45, 45, 45, 40, 50, 350, 350, 50, 50, 350, 345, capital 3. Came in this morning. $4 now 5, $4 now 5, $4 now 5, money 5, $4 now 5, 5, 5, 10, $10, 10, 405, 10, 15, 15, 20, 420 now 20, 420 now 5, 30, 435, 40, 5, 445, 50, 5, 455, 60, 5, 470, 70, 470, 465, Reese 45. Say, they got the goods. From Robert Lee. $3.90 now 5, now $4, $4, $4. $3.95, $4, $4, $3.95 now $4, $4, $4, $4, now 5. Okay, holding the little black bully. $4 now 5, now 10, 410, 405, 10. $405, 10, 10, 15, 415, 412 and a half, 412 and a half, 410, 412 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 412 and a half, 410, Troy, 4. $4 now 5. $4 now 5. On the money 5. 10, 15, 20, 25, 425. 425, 30. 430 now 5. Now 40. Now 5. Now 50. 455. 460. 465. 70. 75. 75. 475. 75. 75. 75. 470. Reese number 45. 310, 315, lock them good. 310, 315, on the money 15. 20, 25, 330, 35, 40, 5, 345, 50, 350, 50, 50, 45, 50, 350, 350, 350, 350, 350, 345, capital 90. 7 here, 350 now 5, 350 now 5, 350 on the money now 5, 60, 70, 5, 375, 375, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 375, 375, 375, 370, capital 92. 7 here, 350 now 5, 350 now 5, 60, 5, 75, 80, 85, 90, 390, now 5, 95, $4, $4, $4, $4, $4, 395, $4, $4, $5, 5, 10, $410, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 54, 15, 410, Lady 93. Boy, it's coming a 4-year-old. Okay, copy of the registration papers in the office. Okay. Okay, if you take him home, you'll have to get him tested, but coming a 4-year-old, pretty darn good bull. 185, 86, 185, 86 $, 185, 86 $. On the money now, $6, $6, 85, 86, 7, 187, 188, 189, 189, 90, 1, 2, 3, 93, 94, 193, 94, 194, $193, 4, 444, 94, 94, 94, 94, 94, 94. Sold him 193. Schwartz. Every kind, 7.5, 160 now 2.5, $160, 2 and money, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 25, 65, 7.5, 72 and 5, 7.5, 82 and 5, 87.5, 190, 2.5, 5, 97 and now $2, $2, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, 12.5, 15, 79, 20, 220, 2.5, 5, 227, 30, 230, 30, 30, 30, 2.5, 5, 35, 35, 230, 2.5, H71. H81, is that right? 80, just 8? H80, 8. Got a 4 on her. 130, now 2. $130 2, $130 2, 130 on the money, 2, 4, 6, 8, 40, 142, 4, 146, 8, 148, $148, $8, 48, 48, 146, D&D 104. Okay, hold the biggest one. 315, 320, 315, 320, 315, 320, 15, now 20, 20, 20, 320, 315, on the money, now 20, 320, 315, 20, 320, 20, 20, 320, 320, 315, Fox number 58. $3, now 5, $3 now 5, $3 now 5. $3 now 5. On the money 5. $3 5. $3 5. 5 5 5. $3 capital 35. Set here. 110 11. 110 111 110 111 110 money 11 11 11 11 11 10 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 110 Marty. Where you at? 110 11 12 111, Tom 1, Tom 1. Look at there, $4 now 5, $4 now 5, $4 now 5, 10, 45, 10, 10, money's down 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 445, 50, 450, 450, 50, 50, 50, 50, now 50, now 50, 450, 445, Reese number 27. Africans, happening, 290 now two, $292 Sell the choice, 290 246 98 now $3 2 4 6 8 10 12 14 16 18 22 with the 4 to 6 8 332 with the bit of 4 with the 36 38 40 with the bit of 340 one or both 340 40 40 340 338 EC number 44 33 44 is that right? 7 hand sell the Hereford 7 hand 290 now 5 money 5 290 now 5 295 290 now 5 5 with a bit of 95 95 95 290 D&D 23 120 now 120 on the money now 21 1 1 120 hit 1 hit 1 1 21 22 22 3 22 3 22 23 123 123 33 with a bit of 4 24 25 125 125 125 125 125 124 Marty 25 7 here, 7 here, 240 now 5, 240 now 5, pretty good right here, money 5, 240 now 5, 240 2 and a half, 240 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, 245, 245, 245, 7 and a half, 247 and a half, 247 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 50, 250, 250, 250, $250, $50, $50, $250, 250, 250, 250, 247 and a half, Troy 28. 2 balls, 290 now 5 money 5, 290 now 5 and about $3 with a bit of 5 with a bit of 10 with a bit of 18 with a bit of 20 with a bit of 5, 325 30 30 30 30 30 325 30 30 with a bit of 330 325 Lady 94 Lady 94 115 16 with 115 now $16 on money 17 18 19 19 19 now 20 now 20 now 2 now 2 4 22 4 6 8 with a 28 30 with a bit of 2 132 4 with a 6 38 138 42 142 22 with a bit of 4 with a bit of 6 148 148 48 50 with a bit of 150 150 152 224 with a bit of 54 6 158 158 158 60 162 22 44 with a bit of 6 66 8 8 a bit 8 8 166 shoat number 22. Over there, Horn Cow, 117 18 117 18 with a bit of 18 18 money 18 117 18 18 a bit of 18 18 18 117 Marty 13 Marty 13 115 116 with a bit of 17 18 19 21 2 3 with a 4 with a 5 with a 7 8 9 31 32 33 34 with a 5 with a bit of 6 136 6 with a 35 36 36 36 36 37 and a bit of 8, 38, 8, 8, 137, D&D, 101. Seven and a half, 133, 134, 133, on money 4, 5, 35, 36, 37, 37, 37, 37, 38, 39, 40. 1, 2, 43, 4, 44, 45, 45, 46, 146, 6, 7, 48, 48, 48, 48, 147, shoat 22, just 8, shoat number 8, shoat 8, 7 or 280, now 5, 280 on the money 5, 95, $3, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 50, 355, 365, 70, 75, 375, 75, 75, 75, 370, EC number $39. 7 hand, $2.40, now 5, $2.40, now 5, $2.40 on money 5, 55, 65, 75, but 80, 25, 90, but 5, but 290, now 5, $3, 5, 305, 10, 15, 15, 15, 15, 310, shoat 6, shoat number 6. 7 here, 360 now 5, 360 money 5, 5, 365, 370 now 5, now 80 now 5. Now 90, 390, 85, 90, 90, 95, but a 95, $4, $4, now 5, 4 or 5, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 15, 4, 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 40, 440, 440, 435, lady number 28, 80, 82, lady 82. Tell the heifer over there, $2 now 2, $2 2. Buy the skills on the money now 2-4, 2-4, 2-6-8, $208, $8, 2-6, 2-8, 2-8, 2-8, 10, 10, 10, 10, 12, 2-12, 14, 14, 14, 14, 14, 2-14, 2-12, that'll be Fox 6. Two. 240 now 5, 240 now 5, money 5, 240, 2.5, now 5, 47 half, 52 and a half, 55, 57 half, 260, 2.5, now 5, now 7.5, 70, but a 2.5, but a 2.5, 270, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 270, fry 6. Right here, $2 now 2, $2 now 2, $2 2, $2 now 2. $2 2, $2 2, $2 2, $2 2, $2 2, $2, 160 now 2, 162, 160 on the money 2, 160 $2 2, $2 2, 160 shoat 77. Sell a big one with the tag. It's happening, 240, now 2.5, 240, 2.5, 45, 45, 7.5, 52 and a half, 55, 7.5, 62 and a half, 5, 67 and 70, 2.5, 7.5, 277 and a half, 275, Nolan 27, 7.5, Nolan 26, 7.5, 330, now 5, 330, now 5, 330, now 5, 330 on 540, now 5, now 50, now 5, 355, 355, 555, 355, 355, 350, Fox 50. Got a few bumps. Look over, 105, 106, 105, 106, on the money $6, 106, 105, $106, $6, 105, Marty, number 25. African. 7 hand, 290, now money, now 5, now $3, now 5, 10, 15, 25, 330, now 5, 335, 330, 2.5, 35, 7.5, 337 half, 337 half, 337 half, 335, D&D 13. They're 5 and 6 months spread. 7 and 120 now 1. 120 on the money now 1. Anybody $1, $1, anybody 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27, 128, 129, $9, 30, 1, 131, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 33, now 4, 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 133, loans, Reese 11, Reese 11. Okay, bull calf over there, young cow. 2,324, 24, 25, 2,600, 26, 7, 8, $7, 28, 29, 9, 28, 29, 3,000, now 31, 32, 31, 32, 32, 31 and a half, 3,200, 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 3,200 and a half, 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 3,200, show number 511. Bull calf, 2,000, now 21, 2,000, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 28, 29, now 3,000, $3,000, $3,000, $3,000, 3,000, number to 29, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, so 29, so lease, 2,900, so lease. She got a heifer calf. 1,500, calf raiser on the money, 16, 17, 18, 18, 17, 18, 18, 1,800, 17, 1,800, 1,800, 18, 18, bit of 1,800, 1,800, 1,800, 1,800, bit of 1,800, 1,700, show number 311, 211, 211 on her, 211. 7 hair, 117, 18. 117, 18, 19, 22, 24, 22, 46, 26, 26, 28, 28, 31, 31, 32, 46, 38, 40, 140, 140, 140, 140, 38, 40, $40, $40, 138. Show number 8. Got a steer, $2.40, now 5, 240, 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 now 5, 50, 250, 250, 250, 250, 250, do that, 250, 250, 245, Javier R3. Okay, sell 2 heavy breads. 1,500, now half, 1,500, now half. On a 16, now half, now 17, now half, at 18, now 19, now half, now 2,000, now 15, now 21, 22, 23, 23, 24, 24, 25, 26, 25, 50, 25, 50, 2,600 and a half, 26 and a half, 2,700 and a half, 27 and a half, 2,700 and a half, 2750, 2750, 2750, 2,700, so lease. Where? 4 months bread. 133, 134, 5. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, 2, 3, 44, 45, 45, 144, 5, 145, 45, 45, 144, D&D 104. Open, heifer. It's 7.5, 199.2, 190, but the $2 4, 192, 46, 98, $2. Now $2, 2, 204, 204, 268, 210, 10, 10, 10, 28, 210, 208, but the 10, but the 10, but the 10, 208. Show 8. Okay, owner said they will be open. Okay, note here says all should be open. 150 and I two, $150 $2, 150 on the money and I two, $2, with the $2, 4, 154 $6, but $8.58, 60 with the 2, with the 4, with the 6, $68, 70, 170, 92, 94, 94, 96, 78, 80, with the 188, 2, with the $82, 182, 82, 82, 82, 180, show number 8, show number 8. Sell 2 reds, 2 reds. 7.5, 140 now 1. If it went another 1, money 2, 43, 44, 45, $46, $7, $8, $8, 9, 50, 150, 51, 51, 51, 51, 151, 151, 151, 150 Lone Star. 175, 7 75, now 79, 81, 83, 85, 187, 87, 9, 89, 89, 91, 93, 95, 97, 97, 97, 199, 201, 201, 203, 203, 203, 203, 203, 203, 201, show date. Abraham, $135, $36, $135, now 6, 7, money, 6, 7, 8, 38, 38, 38, 39, 140, 140, 49, 49, 49, 40, 139, Lone Star. $7, 138, $9, $138, $9, $9, money, $940, $1, $1, $2, $3, $42, $3, $4, $5, $6, $145, $46, $6, $145, Lone Star. By the head, 125, 150. On the money, 50, 75, 200, now quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 75, 275, 300, 300, now quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 300 and a quarter, get a better 300 and a quarter, 300 and a quarter. By the head, 300 and a quarter, 300 and a quarter, now half. 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, better 350, better 50, 325, Javier 3. Sell tag. Brown Molly face. 220, now 5. 225. 225. Going out. 220 money, 5. 30. Now 5. Now 40. Now 5. 250. 255. 255. 255. 60. 260. 60. 260. 255. Tom. 3. 7 here. 140. Now 5. 140 on the money, 555, 160, 165, 75, 80, 185, 90, but 190, 185, 90, 90, 90, 190, 190, 190, 190, 185, D&D 92. 7 head, 220, now 5, 220, now 5, 220, now 5, 220, now 5. By the head. Weigh it, 180, now 5. 180 by the pound, now 5. 185, money 5, 190, 195, $2 a pound, now 5, $205, $5, 205, $2, Tom 3, 7 half, 180, now 2, 180, now 2, 180, now 2, $2, $2, 180, 150, now 2, on the money 2, 152, 22, 46, 58, 58, 58, 158, 158, 158, 158, 158, 156, Marty 45. Boys, look at those calves. What just came in? Two boys, two girls. Okay, gonna weigh you the cows. If you want the babies, $4.20 a pound. Sell the cows, 127. 128. 128 on the money, 8. 27, 28, 29, 28, 29, 31, 32, 33, 34, 135, 134, now 5. 134, 5, 6, 136, 7, 137, 138, 138, 139, 138, 940, 1, 2, 3, 4, 43, 4, 143, now 4, 444, 4, 140. 144, 145, 146, 147, 147, 146, 7, 146, 7, down to better 7, 8, 148, 148, 9, 149, 148, 9, 9, 9, 9, 149, 148, Pierce. You bet. I'm gonna say you 2 bull cash. $4 now 5. $4 now 5. You're buying 2 bull cash. $4 now 5. On money 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 435, 435, 40, 445, 450, 455, 455, 60, 460, 455, 60. You 460, 455, Lady 82. Sell a heifers 380 now 5. 385, 95, $4 now 5, now 10, 415, 420, now 5, now 30, 430, 425, 30, 430, 30, 30, 30, 35, 440, 440, 440, 440, 435, Lady 82, 81, Lady 81 on them. 120, now 1. 120, he would 1. 120, he would 1. He would 1, money 1, 121. 121, 120, he would 1. He would 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 120, Marty number 2. All right. Guess that's it. That's all. Thank everybody. Appreciate the business. Thank you for being here. Be back next week for a bigger, better show.